hermit's life in a 10 by 12-foot cabin in the Montana woods.
Uncle Ted talks in my ear.
Anti-technology manifesto.
Uncle Ted talks without fear.
A hooded sweatshirt, sunglasses.
Critiquing the direction this whole society is headed. Uncle Ted talks these ideas worth spreading. We're touching grass and greener pastures, leaving behind the technology disaster. Uncle Ted talks in my ear. Uncle Ted talks crystal clear. Uncle Ted talks.
When it was published in 1995, a man stepped forward to identify his brother as the Unabomber.
What a dick.
Hey, we got two Teds that are lacking on their Ted name functions.
I do other shows. I'm gonna change my name. At least it isn't Miss Balderson. Christy's been using my thing.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to Tuesday night and Uncle Ted Talks. I'm Ted Steves with Ted Gemsworthy and a couple other random gentlemen.
Not sure if they're Teds.
We don't even know who they are.
Oh, there's a Ted.
They showed
Hey, Ted.
They showed up wearing the right costume.
Look like Teds.
It's not a costume. It's who I am. I'm Ted Allen.
Was born in this Ted suit.
Right.
Not just a Tuesday thing.
I was born a Cubs fan. I'm trying to work my way out of that.
Yeah, that's not a good place to be.
I mean, you know, it's familiar though. It is. It is.
I was not a Cubs fan, but I watched more Cubs baseball than any other baseball because we didn't have any local stations really, and so they contracted to WGN, and so we would get Cubs baseball even though we lived closer to Minneapolis by a substantial amount.
Major League Baseball doesn't
It was
want
during the Harry Carey days, so I got the good stuff anyways.
Oh, yeah.
They don't.
Dude,
want
I got to tell you that I'm not a huge fan of Will Ferrell, but when Will Ferrell did Harry Carey on Saturday Night Live, it was hilarious. Or like when he would invade the David Letterman show as Harry Carey and start pulling Budweisers out of his suit coat and tossing them to people in the audience. That was quality. It was. I did get to go to many a game with Harry Carey calling it. Narrowly avoided getting beer spilt on me by the Cubs announcing booth multiple times. There were people that would sit right under Harry Carey with umbrellas because he was, the booth was open. The broadcast booth, they didn't have glass back in the day. It wasn't in an enclosed space. Everybody saw it if they're of a certain age growing up. Harry leaning out of the booth for the seventh inning stretch to take me out to the ball game. And there's, a couple of people that are working for WGN that have carabiners and a freaking bull rope attached to Harry's belt loops, hoping he doesn't fall out because he's worth a lot of money. Like, it's dangerous. This is seventh inning. Harry's been drinking since freaking 10 o'clock this morning.
He's a little south, a little bit south.
Yeah. He's lubricated fully. Yeah. Tuned up. And yeah, you would get beer spilled on you from the broadcast booth. Occasionally you would have to dodge like hot cigar ash from Steve Stone, who would sit up in a broadcast booth puffing on freaking stogies the entire game.
Yeah,
And he just
Gallagher
took the
didn't
ash
start-
right out the window too.
Gallagher wasn't the first.
Not even. But yeah, good times at the friendly confines of Wrigley Field.
Marcus didn't even laugh. He's like, Gallagher was gone long before I fucking cared about comedy.
Right?
Gallagher and Oasis. That's a musician.
No,
Oh,
Marcus.
man.
No.
He had a
I
smash
hate-
dramatic, and you had to protect yourself because there was going to be a large mess. And he smashed watermelons and other stuffs.
Yeah, bring your own garbage bag.
Yep. Do you remember the Chappelle Show Black Gallagher sketch?
No, I didn't see that.
Y'all want to smash some fruit? Yeah, it was great. He had a straight up Gallagher costume, Gallagher bald spot, Gallagher side hair, skinny black pre-clone Dave Chappelle.
The good old days.
Walk around
Right?
telling
The
everybody-
good old, back in the good old days.
This was on WGN, the Captain Planet channel.
Captain Planet.
Atlanta, Georgia.
I kind of feel like Captain Planet was a climate change hoax psyop.
Oh
Yeah. I was too old for that. I was too old for Captain Planet. I remember it, but it's not
Indoctrination after school.
My indoctrination after school was like Yo MTV Raps and the Animaniacs, which was like two very different
Fucking
forms.
Yo
of-
MTV Raps that didn't come on till like fucking 11 at night.
Nah, dude, that shit came on at 3:30 on the East Coast, boy.
Damn.
Yeah, it was right when everybody got out of school.
Wild.
Yeah, so they probably aired it 12 hours later or so from whenever it aired on East Coast. I don't know, dude, but yeah, that shit came on right after we got home from school. And it was time for Dr. Dre and Ed Lover.
I had to sit through that bullshit waiting for fucking Headbangers Ball so that way I could put
Yeah.
the fucking boombox next to the TV and fucking
Captain Planet had Earth, Mother Earth, in the form of Gaia, who was this beautiful woman who taught young men that moms could be hot. That's what I remember about Captain Planet.
All right.
moms could be hot.
Mother Earth could be hot. Yeah.
Okay. I think that's what the Batman villain Poison Ivy was trying to teach us too.
Last night, Christy was on a panel and she was talking about, they're coming up with the fake meat, the genetically cloned meat. And apparently they have the same problem that data centers are having where they severe cooling needs. And that just seems to be a real serious issue. And it led into a real nice discussion about, there was one lady on the panel. She said that the college, the lake that was next to where she lived, the college was taking the water out of the lake and cycling it to cool things at the college, and it warmed the lake up enough that you can't even swim in the lake half the summer anymore because they got the toxic algae blooms and shit like that.
We're gonna have to come up with a TED name because our guest is here.
Oh, I like that first one Marcus put in the side chat. That one's my favorite so far.
Okay, because he tried to give himself a TED name.
Oh,
He tried to. I feel like he should be shunned, or not shunned, but at least heavily booed for trying to give yourself your own TED name. But we'll bring him up here and then we'll sort this out. Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Miner on the show. We're very happy to see you. Welcome back, my friend.
It's been a while, brother.
It's been a while. How's everyone doing?
Fantastic.
survived the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I forgot it was even sent yesterday. or 2 days ago, however many days now. I totally forgot. So I had, someone told me yesterday. I was like, oh God, I thought it was next weekend. So there we go with that. Missed it.
Oh,
Well,
well.
we should, set things right first, because we did debate before you got here what your TED name was going to be. And it's not the one that you chose, because you can't pick your own nickname. Chris, you can't.
Well,
You can't.
I'm willing to be corrected. Whatever must be done.
That we were, in fact, we were going to put it to the YouTube channel members. However, we decided that would take too long, and some of them are probably very persnickety, and that would be the entire show would be picking your name. So we're not going to do that.
Also, congratulations to all the new members this last week.
Yeah.
Glad to have you guys here. We put out after the show, we pretty much every week, except for the last couple weeks, we haven't, but that's because I got demonetized, because I apparently am very tricky to pin down on if I am who I say I am and if I live where I say I live. And despite having lived here for years and always been me,
You've been demagnetized.
That's a good one.
demonetized.
That's a good one.
Ooh.
Right. That is. So what Ted Allen came up with was Ted Christophilus or Ted Christopheles, depending on your predilection. But yeah, Ted Krasinski is is a banger, and I think we're going to. I think we're going to have to go with that. So what I would like for you to do is remove your sunglasses and put the hood back down a little bit. And that's right. And, do honor and supplication, bow your head as Chris Minor. Place the sunglasses on your face. And put the hood on your head. Standardized as Ted Krasinski.
I have to change that names.
We're gonna have to hit the S on that pretty hard. Ted Krasinski. But yes, excellent.
Yeah.
I feel like we got that. All right, everybody. We'll see you next week.
There we go. It's official.
Nice.
And now we're just gonna play 3 hours of Animaniacs reruns.
I actually like the name you guys gave me better, so I do appreciate it.
Intermixed with Al Gore TED Talks.
Right. We are all victims to the algorithm. Or Al Gore's rhythm, or lack of it.
He did invent the internet.
And pants.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And Man Bear Pig.
So what's been going on with you guys?
Olympic sports.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I heard there's a little satanic portion to that whole event.
The opening ceremony?
Yeah.
Satanic?
They wouldn't do that.
Not in the Olympics.
They would hold back just a little bit this year, don't you think?
I had heard that it was dialed back a little bit. I didn't watch. What's the clip you have here, Ted Allen?
Oh, that's just a TED Talk. I thought maybe we could
No,
do some
don't do it.
reading on it. But
We just got our shit back, Marcus. Ted Allen. The fuck?
well, let's talk opening Olympics ceremony, and
Do not play anything from the Olympics. They nail it for that shit every
we
time.
won't play any Olympic sporting event. Those can be found everywhere else.
Don't even
But
say Olympics.
we can-
Including YouTube, by the way.
yes.
Well, hang on. Before we get into the Olympics, we were talking about fake meat. I do have something for this.
Mm.
A juicy, sizzling steak made by computer. While obtaining regular meat is a process that's been
Look like
taking
Play-Doh.
place for millennia, cow, butcher, beef, Redefined Meat, a meat alternative startup out of Israel, makes their product using a highly technical process. The mix of soy and pea protein, chickpeas, beetroot, nutritional yeast, and coconut fat is formed into steak-like shapes using a 3D printer.
Our goal is to become the largest meat company in the world just by harnessing technology instead of animals.
Meat substitutes are not new, but unlike the soy-based crumbles that mimic ground beef, Redefined Meat's product is designed to act, taste, and cut like flank steak.
This is the holy grail of alternative meat.
But the most important part, how does it taste? This diner was happy.
The texture feels right. Even the smell smells like the real thing.
No, it doesn't.
Smells
You're
like the real thing.
lying shit. I don't even eat meat, and I'm calling you a liar. You're fucking lying. And this wasn't what Christy was looking at. What Christy was looking at, they're taking cells and then culturing them and cloning them. And basically, and they have to put it in this disgusting slurry to try and get it to grow. And this is what is going to be the new fake meat. So it's not even a vegetarian rewrite where they just mash a bunch of other vegetables together and call it meat. Like, no, this is actually they are trying to clone and grow cells like cancer, where it
So
just
would
keeps.
Would it be cannibalism if I cloned my own meat and then ate it?
For sure.
But I mean, can I clone my own meat and then eat it? Is that something we get to do?
The question is, if you do that, will you get the shakes like Hillary Clinton and start falling down?
This meat is being 3D printed with beetroot and other non-meat ingredients. Could we have a consistency in printing the same meat every time, so every meat looked the same? And then could we experiment with putting like the marbling pattern of the fake fat part of it? Could it be like the face of Christ, like religious figures?
I see Jesus in my T-bone.
It could be the Trinity Broadcasting Network presents the communion meat.
It's going to taste like communal wafers and the bad juice they make you wash it down with.
Well, it would have the texture of meat, and they would just have the face of Jesus, and then you melt it, and it would just be
What if
consistent.
they got DNA off of the Shroud of Turin and made an actual body of Christ that we could eat and take that in on communion with pea protein and meat?
Well,
eating?
Well, with the Tapusa special on TBN, they're going to have to do something bigger next year than what they did this year.
Next year, they'll have to have Kid Rock and
Jesus meat
Ted
steaks.
Nugent?
Well, you could call them up and donate a certain amount of money to
Next
Tapusa
year,
TBN.
Super Bowl halftime show, Turning Point USA. Erica Kirk is going to blow the Pope.
Oh,
The Pope Street.
This one will be. Okay, we don't know now, but after one beach from America's Widow, he will, at the very least, turn over the entire fortune of the Catholic Church to her, just like Charlie Kirk did with Turning Points.
you're
Right.
assuming that she's a woman.
But I am. You're correct. I am assuming that. I don't know. I'm never gonna find out.
Amen.
But yeah. I am doing that. Do you have evidence that suggests otherwise?
Oh, no evidence.
Well, okay.
Wild
I want my
speculation.
wife to have a good time after I'm gone, have a good life, but party that hard, I might have to come back and haunt some ass.
Right,
Like,
right.
fuck?
If you show up before my funeral, walking out to fucking sparklers and tossing merch, bitch, we're talking. Like in your dreams, we're talking for all of them. All of them. That I hope that Erica Kurt gets no sleep. I hope that every time she closes her eyes, those giant fucking gums are right there at the forefront of her vision.
Oh, fuck.
And she's like, "No, Charlie!" Yeah. And he's like, "You had to dress like a couch for JD Vance, didn't you? You had to." All of the outfits in the world you could have picked, and you picked his favorite leather couch. I thought we had something. She's like, "We did. It was a partnership and an agreement that I signed with Mossad." I don't know.
Oh, fuck. Horrible. Horrible.
Dude, there very few things are as horrible as Kid Rock coming out in jorts, a fur coat, and a fedora.
I have not even actually seen any clips or anything like that.
It's not great.
I immediately witnessed it and sent you guys a side-by-side image to say that this is the Olympic halftime show. This is TBN playing the Tapusa halftime show at the same time. So I witnessed it actually happening. I didn't think that I would see Kid Rock on TBN. I know they would announce things and then hype things, and I wasn't really looking for it, but I thought, I'm at a computer, I can try and find TBN. So I found the TBN feed, I found the Super Bowl feed, and sure enough, Kid Rock was announced and walked on stage. There are some doubters who think maybe it was assisted by artificial intelligence to maybe fill out the audience and things.
I saw a thing today saying that he was lip syncing the whole thing, but then he came out and was like, "We didn't lip sync it. It was pre-recorded, and it didn't match up necessarily to what I was doing." That's lip syncing, you goony motherfucker. What the fuck are you even talking about?
Yeah, he sounded really good for the 5 seconds I heard him singing on the. It was definitely something was going on. He don't usually sing like that. He was spot on every note. It was real creepy too at the end when they panned up to a giant picture of Charlie Kirk, like on the wall, almost as if it was like a Christ-like image of him. And that's how they ended it.
Oh fuck! Well, he's the right-wing martyr at this point. He's a saint, Saint Charlie.
I don't get how people, even at that event, don't just start to realize the creepiness factor.
I think a bunch of them do, but I think it's such a obvious money tree that all of the worst elements in that segment of political ideology are freaking called to it. Like a cash cow like that has a siren song for opportunistic grifters. And we've said, I don't know how far back going at this point, and I know a bunch of other people have too, because it's such an obvious point. You can't find a single actual Christian amongst the leadership at Turning Point USA. They're not there. They don't exist. So what would you expect the fruit of that labor to be other than some sort of completely bastardized version of Christianity that serves the interests of neoconservatives and hardcore Greater Israel Project expansionist Zionists?
Do you have a copy of where she supposedly got caught cackling about how much money she made from the death service and from sales and all that shit?
Wow.
Oh yeah, hang on.
I thought you might.
I have the lyrics to Lee Price singing a song called Country Nowadays that I think he premiered on the Tapusa halftime spectacular. And the lines are basically, here they are word for word. "I just want to catch my fish, drive my truck, drink my beer, and not wake up to all this stuff I don't want to hear.
Well, we tried that throughout the 80s, 90s, and 2000s, and
Used to work good.
TBN would never be a commercial platform to advertise alcoholic beverages unless it was a little bit of wine for communion.
What is TBN? I don't know.
Trinity Broadcasting Network. It's a very
This whole
conservative
time I assumed
Christian.
you were going to say Turner Broadcasting Network, and I literally was assuming it was Turner.
Trinity Broadcasting Network. This is the network that advertised some of the Left Behind movies. Big fan of Kirk Cameron's work over there at TBN. They played the Carmen music videos. You know, Carmen, I've talked about this figure before.
The Graham family has money in TBN, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe so, yeah.
Is it a Jewish family?
We definitely need to get together again soon, Luke. I wanted to bring you over to Chris Miner's channel, and there's another gentleman and have a talk. So it's fortuitous that you're in the chat.
Who is it?
He was on Crow recently. It's a gentleman that Rose introduced me to. That's got some very interesting information. That's what I was thinking was Carmen Sandiego. I don't know who other Carmen is.
A gospel singer who ventured into all of the genres and became kind of a Christian lounge singer entertainer.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? You haven't talked to me enough about this one for me to remember that.
Okay.
I remember Carmen from back in the day. I do.
Well, the thing about
talk more about the gay black guy from the DC Talk.
Right. So Carmen did work with DC Talk.
I remember that.
Trinity Broadcasting. Yes, someone mentioned the 700 Club in the chat. That was a big thing. The 700 Club on the TBN network. It was the flagship television program of Christian Broadcasting Network.
What was the 700 Club?
The 700 Club.
That was Pat Robertson's network, where you could basically like phone in for a blessing as long as you had a credit card.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Priceless,
So
really.
how many different channels do you guys stream on here?
Hours on end, huh?
What's that?
How many channels are y'all streaming on right now?
5.
Well, we probably got 5.
Nice.
and a bunch of them have 2. Yeah, so when people talk any kind of shit, it's like, if you added up all of our channels and everywhere where we're streamed, it's fairly substantial by the end of it.
Sure.
Yeah. No, I was just trying to put one on my phone so you'd get at least another number on one of the chats, so you get some watch time.
It's a broad demographic.
Mine is the main YouTube one that we used.
That's the one I usually go on. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I do have to clarify now that CBN is different from TBN. Trinity Broadcasting Network is not the Christian Broadcasting Network that was founded by Pat Robertson that showed the 700 Club. TBN is something else entirely, which was founded by Paul and Jan Crouch in 1973. So TBN, being the world's largest religious television network, that was 1973, Paul and Jan Crouch. Different channel. So I don't know where they're at now. The 700 Club is a separate thing, but there was competition for being the number one televangelist station over the air, over cable, or over satellite television.
What about Two Angels Broadcasting? Is that a similar competitive Christian broadcasting
I
channel?
totally thought you were making that shit up, like Cinnamon Angels Fly Away or something.
I don't know if
But
Sky
then you kept
Angel
being
exists
serious
anymore.
about it.
Yeah, Sky Angel was another platform for religious broadcasting. They tried to have their own satellite, so they get it through Dish Network, and they'd have Angel 1 and Angel 2. Don't know if they ever made the transition to Internet Protocol TV, IPTV a few years ago. Not sure. Not sure if that's as interesting as the Olympics, which is more easily available to everybody on the internet to watch the Olympics.
He's taking a beating in the chat over here. That's hilarious. It's hilarious.
My Rumble chat is mad at me because we engage with the people who engage with us on YouTube because they're, showing support to the show. And it's not that I don't see all of the chats, because I do, because they show them to me in StreamYard here. But yeah, you guys are all self-regulating on the Rumble chat. You're you don't need me as much. The YouTube people. The YouTube people.
Notice the chats, and when it's on this little side thing, as long as that's working, which it's very glitchy, we try to read them out. What definitely works if you just go over to YouTube and do super chat, then we'll just definitely read out whatever you say and respond. Especially Steve.
All one of them. Hey, I'll have you know, we have 11?
Yes.
11 members?
11 members? Yeah.
Suck it. Suck it, torches. We've got 10 times the amount you suggested. Eat a dick. Killing it.
Hey, Alan, what Christian syndicate owns that show, The Chosen, that does so well? Do you know?
Is that the Angel People?
I think it is the Angel People. Is it the same sort of, I guess, subsidiary setup?
Yeah, Michael's one of the members watching.
What's going on with my camera?
The Angel People have this racket set up where they will have churches pre-purchase tickets to give them to people at no cost, so people can say, I want to go see the new Angel movie in theaters, and they can get free tickets to go to the theater. So then the Angel movies chart, it's like you buy your books to get on the New York Times bestseller list, but you're the one buying the books type of a deal. So they feel like they win the culture war by having churches pay for other people and many of the people in the church to get tickets to go see the new Chosen episode from the Bible. So you have Jesus on screen, but it's confusing because I didn't think that they would want to show an image of a Christ figure because that might be a graven image, but I don't know if they
what about VeggieTales?
That's a different Phil Vischer there. That's a different
I don't
guy.
think VeggieTales ever showed the image of Jesus.
Maybe if he was a cucumber.
That's an OnlyFans girl's version of Jesus.
If Jesus were a vegetable, what vegetable would he be? He can't be a grape because a grape is a fruit. But maybe they make an exception because he's the
cucumber. Cucumber's really a fruit also.
Mm-hmm.
So if he needs to be a vegetable, like maybe.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's knocking VeggieTales, Luke. My kids watch that stuff. It's wholesome. You don't walk away from it with a propensity to do violence or freaking,
Well, the talking broccoli can piss a guy off, but
I would follow Avocado Jesus. I would. Avocado Jesus is going to take you to the absolute best restaurant.
For sure.
Avocado Jesus is going to find that spot that will cook you freaking al pastor tacos on the beach at 3:00 in the morning. That's what Avocado Jesus is there for.
Yeah,
my one set of footprints because you were carrying Avocado Jesus because he's an avocado and clearly he doesn't have feet. My God, what's wrong with you? Why would you think that you could sustain your whole body weight on top of an avocado, you vainglorious prick?
Save me, avocado Jesus.
Right?
Before you turn brown.
You're my only hope.
So we could be anointing people with avocado oil instead of the olive oils that's traditional in
We
other.
usually use avocado oil here as much as possible. It's got
Got
a
a
much
really
higher
high cook point, smoke point.
Yeah,
Oh, it's
smoke
great.
point's great on avocado.
Oh, love it.
Mhm.
Get that shit in a
Olive
spray
oil.
bottle, boy. Ah.
Olive oil turn long before avocado will.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Goddamn, it's not cheap, but it's
I
almost
go to
worth
that
it.
grocery outlet and you just got to be patient, and then when you see the one that's cheap and good, you're like, yeah, give me 3 of those.
Mm-hmm. I use that stuff for pretty much anything I don't use butter for.
What is that?
Butter?
No, things that you don't use butter for food.
Oh, well, okay. Well, when I cook steak, I'll put the avocado oil down first, and then when I flip the steak, I'll throw a little bit of butter on top of it. Just make
That's what
sure
I'm saying, it's got to have butter on it.
Yeah.
You could put butter and cheese on lawn clippings and it'd be edible.
Be good.
But could you get a CEO to be excited about edible lawn clippings?
As long as you told him it was 3D printed, yes.
Papa John.
Have you seen this McDonald's CEO announcing a new burger product?
Have not.
I have it ready to go if you'd like to view it,
Who's the
Ted.
McDonald's CEO?
This guy.
His name is Chris, not Krasinski.
Not near as cool. This is Chris with the
Hi, I'm Dork Torkelson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He never even went inside of a hamburger's cell.
He lives on Petty Way.
He's totally not fucked up either.
He's ready to announce the Big Arch.
He's
Have
like,
they used that
This
name?
is what happened to all of Magic Johnson's AIDS.
He's got a very nice white sweater on over a, is that a powder blue polo?
Periwinkle blue.
Periwinkle. Okay. So he's dressed to be CEO, not even wearing McDonald's colors or uniform or anything. Just a guy at Petty Way ready to announce that he's going to taste their Big Arch Burger product.
Chris K here with, you've heard about it. Here it is, the Big Arch. This is something that we have tested already in Portugal, Germany, Canada. I love this product. It is so good. I'm going to do a tasting right now, but I'm going to eat this for my lunch, just so you know. So here we go. First, holy cow. God, that is a big burger. We've got a very unique kind of sesame poppy sort of bun on it. We've got 2 quarter-pound patties, a delicious Big Arch sauce, and of course some lettuce. So, there's so much going on with this. First of all, let's try to get this thing. I don't even know how to attack it. Got so much.
Hey, pause.
Oh, there's also.
I take it back. This is Jay Dyer left out in the sun too long.
He's not wearing enough pink.
It's dehydrated Jay Dyer. It's sun bleached. It was a pink sweater. It started out a pink sweater. He also started out a much fatter man. But now, through dehydration and sun bleaching, this is what's left of Jay Dyer.
And Chris K posting this to his own Instagram channel. Very proud of this burger product that he's about to try on camera for the first time, and they put it on his Instagram. So we grabbed it, and now we're experiencing this big burger, and he's holding it in his hands, and he's figuring out how to eat it.
It's not that big. Absolutely not that big. Like when he was holding that thing sideways, it wasn't particularly impressive. Like,
well, compared to their single hamburger and a Happy Meal, I think it's a little bit
normal
larger.
hamburgers are barely better than a fucking slider at this point. Like everybody's got White Castle burgers at this time, only they don't come in a 4-pack.
I think he's actually 7.5 feet tall. So it's a pretty good
Right.
sized burger.
Right. He's a Nephilim.
There's some crispy onions on here as well. I see those kind of coming out. All right, the moment of truth. That is so good. That's a big bite for.
That's a big bite of his Big
That's
Arch
a
burger.
weak bite.
So I see 2 patties there. There's a special sauce on it.
Hold on. Now what we need to do is open up Karen B's X account, and we can see Ted Tedderson, her significant other, doing a burger challenge where he's eating an actual giant burger, and he takes bites that would eat half that fucking burger, not this bitch ass thing that my fucking 2-year-old son would have done. And
Yeah, I don't know why somebody has Rick Astley's head with those tiny little dolphin teeth and that little fucking child mouth. What are you gonna do with that? I mean, you would be a big hit on Epstein Island, but food content, I'm not sure if that's your thing.
My biggest insult would be he looks like a piano player to me.
With the shoulders of a 7-year-old.
why is his face so very long?
Do you think he has a jaw made for chewing meat?
He's got look at those dolphin teeth, dude. He's got the tiny little teeth. He's got that little freaking, altar boy mouth, but made
to praise Jesus. What them lips do.
Crispy onions on here as well. I see those kind of coming out. All right, the moment of truth.
Do you close your eyes every time you bite into a hamburger?
Yeah, it's called deep throating in Asian.
That is so good. That's a big bite for a big arch. It's distinctively McDonald's.
By the way, I'm killing tonight. I'm going to need you guys to laugh a little bit more. What the fuck's wrong with you?
I was distracted, Steve.
Like, no, we're really used to it. Shut up, guy. Just shut the fuck up. Yeah, okay. Everybody's got jokes.
My face when I eat a burger looks like this. Jutting out my lower jaw, just so you guys can see.
It looks like you're getting ready to file a claim with your homeowners association.
Thing else on our menu. It's a delicious product. You've got sort of the cheeses and the gooiness, but those crispy onions as well gives a nice texture. And of course, we've got the pickles. So I'm going to enjoy the rest of my lunch, but Big Arch.
So you never see the guy swallow. For those listening, we never see Chris swallow his bite. At this point, he's still got food squirreled away in his cheek here. You can see it covering the front of his teeth.
Oh.
Excited to announce a new McDonald's.
God, I can't spit this shit out fast enough.
I'd like to hear a reverse speech analysis on this video.
Oh yeah.
to hear what his subconscious is saying.
When you get done with this, Marcus, I put the other one in back.
Okay.
The one of Ted, of a man doing man-sized
my reverse
bites
speech
out of a man burger.
Let me grab that.
We lost volume on the clip.
Yeah, he was doing the mouse.
It's actually better, I think, without it.
Is never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down. We're gonna roll around.
It's some kind
Never
of
gonna take a bite, cause my mouth's too small. Never gonna actually chew and swallow.
Nice. I like that part where he's like, it's some kind of a sesame seed bun. I've never heard of this. I'm the CEO of McDonald's. It's this new sesame seed bun. It's never mind that we've never had that.
This guy looks like the antagonist in every Donald Sutherland horror film from the 1970s.
Gooiness, cheeses. Doesn't quite say anything more about the cheeses.
When have you ever gotten crispy onions from fucking McDonald's? I mean, I have not eaten there in a whole lot of years, but he's like, oh God, I gotta spit it out.
The other burger video here. Share this one instead.
Does it have sound?
Fast forward a bit to get to the part where Ted's actually eating, because it takes him a minute to.
Here's the sound.
That's a good Bigfoot. There's Jana.
I'm hearing it from the left channel.
There's Big Bad Ted. Now look at that burger. Now that's a fucking burger.
That's a burger.
Look at this guy. He's gonna he's gonna stick like fucking 20 fries in his mouth. He's like, I have to pre-fill my mouth with fries, so this whole handful of fries I'm about to jab in there has friends.
That's a lot of patties.
The most disgusting ASMR you'll ever hear.
Yeah, see what he'd already have that McDonald's burger half gone.
Yeah.
Attacking that burger.
Listen, he's already got this burger
Jesus.
3/4 gone. It's been like 5 bites. The first Flattoberfest I did, he threw Freeman Fly out. It was fucking hilarious.
For what?
Because he didn't have a badge. So Ted just came and fucking chucked him out. And then, so then after Flattoberfest, all of a sudden I get a call from Karen and I'm over at Freeman Fly's house having supper. It's like, where are you? And I'm like, oh shit, am I in trouble for not being at the event or something? I'm like, well, I'm at Freeman Fly's house. Oh, it's Cammie. I'm like, I'm at Freeman Fly's house eating. She's like, tell him I'm so sorry and that he can always come to my events. Like, she's like, Ted did not know who he was. Again, Ted's like, you out of here. And Freeman took it, Freeman's such a total fucking badass, so he doesn't have a big head at all. Freeman instead went outside, and other people that were shooting videos and like little interviews, he'd pop his head into them like randomly, like holding one of his books or something. And like, so few of these people at the time knew who Freeman Fly was, and it's just hilarious imagining them later going through their videos and then realizing who he is. That's just popping up behind him and like straight up fucking with them.
Yeah.
Here's what happens when you're a member. First level is Chihuahua.
That's right.
Join the Benjamin
Chihuahua got
Balderson
the
channel.
big bite. That ain't no little McDonald's burger. That's a big bite.
Big bite. Big dogs eat like big bites.
Delicious.
So we did bring up the Olympics a little bit earlier. We were just talking about dogs. Give this dog all the medals and all the treats.
Because I'm having a good time,
Wait for the butt scoop, Ben.
Do we have to sing the Queen song ourselves?
Oh, right. That's probably.
Yeah, we get a few seconds, I think, to hear it, but
Yeah. Sorry,
we
I
know
forgot about.
we know what the Queen sounds like. Freddie Mercury.
Right.
He's the champion. Fat bottom girls on bikes.
That dog is boogieing, man.
He is the happiest boy. Oh, that's great, dude. That's great. If you're gonna crash the Olympics, yeah.
Well,
But-
there was a streaker during the Super Bowl.
Saw that. Saw that it was also a meta marketing stunt.
Yes. So he was shirtless only.
That's not even a streaker.
Well, it was someone who was not supposed to be on the field who went on the field. And it turns out, I think his name is Alex G. He's a Forex trader guy. He's got a Bugatti. He's crashed a couple of times. He was wearing those, were they the Meta glasses with the little camera in it? So he released the footage.
Raider guy. Half their fans don't wear shirts ever.
Forex trading stockbroker guy. So
Yeah,
he
Ben
has the
doesn't care.
footage. He has the footage of himself running first person view that he released. to his-
Nice.
But yeah, it seems like the whole thing was a fucking big marketing stunt.
That was going to be my question. Do you think that was an organic thing? Do you think someone gave him an okay, or do you think it just happened and they were going to do it anyway? Because he had his name written on the back of his shirtless body. Well, I don't think it was tattooed on there, but people were quickly able to identify him. And then after the event, he put the footage on the internet from his Meta, the Ray-Bans, his glasses with the camera in it.
Yeah.
And
It's
then
hard
I
to get
think,
away with a streaking.
I mean, he may have
without
been
getting caught.
fined $250,000, but if he had placed a bet on the betting website, I won't say the name of the betting website because it already has enough press. But if you were to place a bet saying there will be a streaker who runs onto the field during the game, and then he would be the person to do it, and then they allowed it, that would cover the $250,000 penalty for doing it, which would then just go into their coffers. So it would be like, well, we can't plan for this, but if you pay the fee, it'll be okay. But then he'll generate enough income from the sports bet to cover the fee plus some.
Well, you've got the bet and the glasses, so you've got advertising two ways or promotional fees.
Well, now
coming
this just
your way
means
too.
art. What's our problem?
Right?
Why aren't we doing this?
Well, in you
Like
know,
this.
do you know what traffic was like in the fucking Bay this weekend, dude? It sucked. Oh my god, it was fucking terrible. And like we're a solid hour and 20 minutes or so away from the stadium in Santa Clara, but all kinds of people were all over San Francisco all weekend. We're north of that, and a lot of the people that
Super
you know
Bowl
have
here?
like, huh?
The Super Bowl was here.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it was at the 49ers stadium in Santa Clara, which, you know, is basically San Jose. They're the San Jose 49ers, but close enough. Dude, I found out if we would have bought regular tickets to Punchline Comedy Club on Saturday night and just hung out for a little bit, bought regular fucking $25 tickets, we could have seen Bill Burr and Kevin Hart. Neither of whom I really care about, but those are like two giant fucking comedians that just randomly dropped in on the Punchline because it was Super Bowl weekend and they were in town. And I could have just,
Bill Burr 15 years ago was hilarious.
dude, I would have heckled the fuck out of Bill Burr. You have no idea. I would have
Go
heckled
in there and
the
start playing
fuck
that,
out of Bill Burr.
that Crack Amico song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
funny.
Hi, I'm a cracker, got a shitty black wife. Yeah, dude.
It's a Burr with two R's.
Yeah.
The Aroliars.
Billy Burka.
Brr.
Billy Burka hitting the Riyadh circuit, baby. Doing Dubai. It's brutal.
Got Riyadh money.
I'm becoming more culturally sensitive to watching the Olympics and realizing that there are other countries outside of the great US of A.
Are you over on the deliberating dog-faced dudes, Luce?
It could be, yes.
She is. She's on it.
Nice.
We are multicasting to different places.
One or two.
Mm-hmm. The Olympics were broadcasting to Canada, and during the opening ceremony, they were playing advertisements for the new Super Mario Galaxy movie. During the opening ceremony, many Canadians complained about that, which seemed kind of on the nose to advertise an Italian plumber movie to Canadians as the Olympics were opening in the city of somewhere in Italy. Do you
Now,
think that was
is this
culturally
gonna,
sensitive?
is this going to be a live action Mario? No, right?
No. They're saving their live action for the Zelda movie.
Mm.
Are they going to have what's his name, Jack Black and The Rock in the Zelda movie?
Hey, don't besmirch our future president and vice president like that.
Oh,
It'll be Jack Black, The Rock, and Kevin Hart, and one other person.
And some other guy or lady.
Yeah.
I mean, it can't be worse than having fucking YouTubers as a cabinet, I guess.
I mean, they basically do. It's, yeah. I mean, I know everybody makes idiocracy comparisons and shit like that, but like, wrap your head around the fact that the twice elected president of the United States is a reality TV star who is in the WWE Hall of Fame, who, as his vice president, appointed a hack writer who is effectively Peter Thiel's golf glove, and then the entire cabinet is made up of TV personalities and like bloodthirsty, soulless Zionists. It really couldn't be more made for. This is the most Hollywood produced administration that we've ever had. And we've had several of them.
Like when the Senate hearing was asking Kash Patel about Stu Peters, and he's like, "No, don't know, no."
Like,
don't know
buddy, you were on a show 7 times.
Like, that is wild.
And he's like, "I'm on a lot of shows. I don't know. I'm Kash Patel, baby. We cooking with feet or what? The fuck you doing?"
Has anyone seen all these videos starting to populate their feed now of about Trump? Apparently, like their narrative going around about Trump being the one who turned all these people in and gave the information to the FBI in the first place. When
I have seen that. That was
just started a couple hours ago on my feed.
Well, it's recycled. Because back during the first iteration of Q and all of that
was always the narrative, right?
That was the prevailing narrative, and they're recycling the whole Q thing now too, which is really interesting to me.
CIA or CIA snitch is the whole he was going because he's a CIA snitch is what they were trying to say.
Well, and then according to the files, if you, I don't look. I'm not trying to fall for no banana in no tailpipe. And if you tell people you have 6 million documents and you release 3 million of them, and then you redact 250,000 of those, I'm going to be suspect of the whole batch. But having said all of that, You know, there's things that have been produced in the documents that poke just giant holes in everything Chris was talking about. And I don't know, dude. Okay, let me ask you guys this. They said there were 6 million documents. I know that's a magic number. There's probably way more or way less.
So there's like only 275.
There may be, but we got 3 million, so it can't be 271,000. Maybe the 271,000 was what was redacted. We don't know.
Mhm.
But they said we have this. We'll give you half. What are you willing to believe in this release beyond what has been already produced, confirmed, and talked to death about? Because the vast majority of this shit, anybody paying attention to it for a decade or more already knew.
Yeah.
Yeah, they aren't letting out any revelations.
Yeah, it's hard for me to even think any of what was just released is authentic. Most of it might be literally just made up for people to choose their own adventure.
Like really, the Stephen Hawking thing with the midgets. What the fuck is that? That's
And I'm not saying things in there weren't going on, but I think there could just be like, let's make a bunch of fake emails,
Don't kink shame Ben Balderson.
then mention pizza and stuff like that, and let's get all of the people going crazy again over the same stuff they were going crazy over however many years back. And we'll do the same thing we did.
They aren't talking about arresting anybody or anybody.
Yeah, no one's getting in trouble.
And as a matter of fact, I haven't looked to verify it, but all over right before I got on the show, all over the fucking interwebs, there was a thing saying Pam Bondi came out and said that if they were to prosecute everybody, then that should have been prosecuted out of the Epstein files, that it would collapse the whole system. Well,
also,
Huckleberry.
Right? That sounds great. Let's start now.
And then you release these files too. Now you have a problem prosecuting people because there's going to be a bias anytime they're brought to court.
So why are the Russians holding on to these files?
Well, they're dirty Russians. That's why. Duh.
And was that 6 million file count a reference to the cost of Hollow?
You know what? I have something for this, courtesy of Third Eye Carnival performing comedian Leonardo Joni. So, and by the way, if you've never been to a Third Eye Carnival, you're missing out. And you should show up. But yeah,
I've been to 3 of them. Steve doesn't even talk to me at it. He doesn't even notice that I'm there.
Don't want to take a picture together. Get Epstein that way.
Acts like we aren't friends.
Yeah.
That would be funny as fuck.
Fuck yeah, it would.
That would be. Dude, I've been here fucking. I tried talking to you.
It's been a while. 10 days, I'd say, since the Epstein files dropped. They're really trying to make it a partisan issue.
Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein?
But I think anybody with 2 brain cells to put together can understand that there is only one conclusion you come to after looking at just a few of these Epstein files. And that is, he was clearly a Russian spy. Do you feel like you're going nuts? Because you look at the names like Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell, Lex Wexner, Barry Weiss, Ben Shapiro, and multiple other people and think, yeah, you know what all these guys have in common? They're Russian. The media doesn't know what to do right now, and you guys know who I mean by the media, and they are literally scrambling for anything to make this go away, because the number one thing it threatens is their hegemonic power and rule over our nation. Because what that depends on is being the victims. And if it comes out that, in fact, they are the perpetrators of the worst crimes against humanity and probably always have been, their shield of victimhood falls apart and they can no longer manipulate you and your kid because one time, 85 years ago, some very bad painter did the Holocaust, and now you can never collectivize again.
What's up, Anna? And I'm not sure if that lady is a self-hating small hat. She needed to turn her head sideways. So
Oh, no. She's Italian.
She's
Yeah.
hosting the Olympics. Her family's hosting the Olympics.
You're just gonna shit on it like it didn't make a joke. Like you don't get it.
Her family is hosting the Olympic
The
athletes.
size of the nose.
What are you doing? What do you want? Come here.
The Olympics opening ceremony was a beautiful work of
with your
art.
fucking white pit bull over there, racist ass.
Bad Bunny had people dressed as bushes, grass, this sort of thing.
Nice.
That was
It was
that
Sugar
interesting.
Cane, Ted
Sure.
Allen. You're freaking bigot.
That's a specific type of greenery. Sure, the Olympic ceremony had little figures dressed as like teapots and little figures.
Like Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, just like Beauty and the Beast. So they had this big swirly thing, and then we're like, well, what's going on? They had these big-headed composers, so it was like the Italian operas and music. And then they had these big paint tubes releasing the three primary colors, and then all the colors are spread out. And then they all sort of self-organize into a color wheel. So it kind of became a tribalism thing where all the colors were mixed together, but they realized the colors were going to self-organize into their own colored neighborhoods. This was in the...
That's what birds do.
Yeah, and they self-identify, and they have little tables that they sit at. That was very nice. It was cool. But it started with some mythological figures, and they were all in these museum-quality boxes. Did you see this, Gemsworthy?
No.
The opening ceremony, Krasinski?
I've seen little snippets of pictures and stuff, so I could probably, once you tell me a little more, I'll be right there with you.
Sure. So the theme being harmony
Mhm.
on the spiral floor. So there's a lot of music and art and all the arts of Italy. It was kind of interesting. So they were telling the story of Cupid and Psyche in these museum quality display boxes, and they kind of bring them all together into this sort of wall. So that was kind of interesting. And people were going along with it just fine for a while until it got to the lighting of the torches. This is where people lost their minds because the sacred geometry of Da Vinci drawings were more of a shape that was the sacred geometry shape that Leonardo da Vinci would draw, right? But when they finally got them lit, and there was two of them, I'll just hold it up here, and I asked, what does this look like to you guys? Because there was two torches in two cities.
It looks like Slayer album art.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, it looks like also the Thelema little or the Order of Nine Angles type star.
There's 5 points on it.
That was a
2 points on
it's
the
a pentagram.
top, 1 pointing down. Yeah, it did look like that, kind of like an Eye of Sauron, Da Vinci thing, and without even saying what I thought it was, I just said, well, this is an interesting symbol, and the way it came together, it was like an upside down pentagram. So regardless of the meaning of what a pentagram means, whether it's inverted or not, people were losing their minds at that moment. And then other people were defending it, saying it's Da Vinci's art, and this is anti-Italian culture to say that it's satanic, because people were misunderstanding the symbol. So there was intentional misunderstanding and sort of baiting with the opening ceremony. Like
Christians are the whiniest. Christians are the whiniest lot about such shit. You can't do anything without Christians being, they're attacking us. Anything you do, and I understand that they're like Jew light, so they need to do that whole thing where they fucking project their bullshit onto other people, but you just gotta take that with a grain of salt. They're gonna cry about your coffee cup or whatever at Christmas and say you're trying to take Christmas, even though they stole Christmas.
There is that as well. Another thing I noted when they were flying the flag, they had all female military members for the first time raising a flag, which was kind of interesting. And then they highlighted a woman who was on the International Space Station. I thought that
you can't even have a Zuzu Labubu thing without them crying around saying they're being
right. So those were kind of the triggering moments for most of the internet to find things to be upset about. So that they had females flying the flag for the first time, and they mentioned that in the commentary. So there they are looking. They had their little hat on.
Could you see me spouting off in your chat also, Tiny Loose? That was some dumbass in the vertical was being a smart ass, and so I was being a smart ass back. You could see that? I'll have to bear that in mind before I make fucking dumb comments. I'm just off shooting off at my mouth and it's popping up everywhere. What the fuck?
Well, as long as you're using a bidet about it.
Do we have any horses at the Olympics?
Do we have any whores at the Olympics? Yeah, most of them.
Or any horse symbolism?
Have you seen those figure skaters, dude? I wouldn't think there was a virtuous woman among them.
No, I agree. They should be thrown off of a large cliff.
It's the Winter Olympics, Ted Krasinski. So I would imagine that horses feature light in the general overall ongoings of the games. But I do think there are many horse-heavy events in the summer games.
You know who are the real problem in the Winter Olympics? The curlers.
I was just gonna say the same thing.
Yeah. Those guys are fucking animals.
They have a problem.
They do have some cool technology like this freeze frame, so you can see all the positions of figure skaters and things superimposed on the same image. So that was kind of cool to see.
You know, we all five of us were Luke, but two of the Teds decided that they were too cool.
I don't have prescription
It's not
sunglasses.
too cool. I'm old. I'm the oldest Ted. It hurts my eyes.
You're like what, a year and a half older than me or something like that?
Yeah, a couple of years older.
I'm doing fine.
Also, these are prescription, and the prescription is for driving, so they're long distance, so it fucks up what I'm seeing here. Like
these are also prescription. I am prescribed to not let people see how high I am when I'm out and about. So these ward that off.
Should get a blue blockers.
You know what? I don't want to like jump on, trendy bitch circuit or whatever, but I do see the benefits to all of that, as well as the red lens glass type thing. Like I see the benefits to all of it. I kind of secretly would want to kick my own ass if I bought them.
Well, aren't you getting the same benefit from the sunglasses you're probably wearing, right?
I feel like it's similar.
Yeah.
It's definitely a more like red spectrum and I don't know, opaque-ish, I guess, is the word I'm straining for.
Well, anything to block that T-Mobile commercial that was on the Super Bowl with some boy band. I won't even say more about that.
Didn't see that. I played some of them on the show yesterday. The one that really got me was the Amazon Ring commercial where they're like, we're going to turn your entire life into one massive surveillance network for your dog. We've found 300 dogs out of 10,000 missing ones with this snitch technology, and boy, is that beneficial to you.
Is that a fail-safe in case the chip implant in the animal fails to locate it?
That's, I mean, very good point, Ted Allen. Most of the dogs that you get, for the last 20 years or so, probably going to be chipped. You don't need the Ring Technology snitch network to track your dog down. You don't. I don't know. There's also the theory that whoever spends the most money on Super Bowl ad buys on any given year, that sector has a crap year. And numerous examples over the years, .com bubble being one of the biggest ones. But the AI companies spent a total of like $8 billion on Super Bowl ads.
Dude, AI's already been taking a fucking hit.
Yeah.
Which is probably why they spent all the money on advertising, because they are taking a hit because they don't really have anything real to sell any type of goods. Like other companies you invest in at this point in time would have started recouping money because they would be selling things to people.
And yet what the big AI companies are doing, the open source, open AI and Grok and shit, like they're openly begging for preemptive bailouts to the tune of trillions of dollars just so they can keep pumping crap that nobody wants, nobody asked for, and is marginally beneficial.
Did you say trillions of dollars?
Yeah.
There's a new $1 trillion company valuation, and it's not McDonald's. It's not T-Mobile.
Is it fast food? Is it cellular? What is it?
Hey, it's Walmart.
It's Walmart celebrating their journey to
Walmart.
$1 million market cap. I do want to shout out to Sam Walton, not Ted Walton. This is his little story about founding this little boutique that he sold some goods at.
We crushed mom and pop stores all over the country to sell you shit goods that will not last more than a dollar store good for shit prices. Worship us.
Well, I do have the final line in his book here, Made in America. It says, anyway, the next time some overeager, slightly eccentric shopkeeper opens up a business in your neck of the woods, before you write him off too quickly, remember those two old codgers who gave me maybe 60 days to last in my dime store down in Fayetteville. Go check the new store out. See what they've got to offer. See how they treat you, and decide for yourself if you ever want to go back. Because this is what it's really all about. In this free country of ours, that shopkeeper's success is entirely up to you, the customer. And I think the customers decided Walmart is a $1 trillion company.
And America has fucked America once again.
I'm kind of shocked that they're growing because they've pulled back. There's a lot of closed Walmarts now. There's a lot of markets that they've had to bail on.
Walmart.com, baby. Have it delivered to your home.
But the infrastructure of martial law jail buildings are built, and they're there. It's ready for us. We're ready for the people that are going to get rounded up by icicles.
Icicles.
To be jailed.
This guy is for finance, Yahoo Finance, announcing the $1 trillion market cap.
looking at how it got here with Yahoo Finance's Brooke DePalma. Brooke, walk us through it.
Well, certainly a momentous moment for Walmart, especially as new CEO John Furner takes the helm effective earlier this week. And now he's stepping into some pretty big opportunity. The company now surpassing that $1 trillion valuation. And just for some context here, Amazon, their current market cap is $2.56 trillion, whereas it's way ahead of Target, another big box retailer, which currently has a market cap of $48 billion. And so Walmart crossing this $1 trillion market cap, quite significant for the company, but it wasn't always supposed to go this way. Certainly former CEO Doug McMillon really worked over the past decade, over the past really 12 years under his helm to create once was just a physical store footprint, really move it into the future with e-commerce, now a huge component for the company. And that really boosted same-store sales growth. If you take a look over the past decade, what we've seen is low to mid to even high single-digit same-store sales growth consecutively for the big box retailer. And what has really gotten it there is faster delivery times. The company now says that it could reach roughly 93 to 95% of U.S. households, ultimately competing with Amazon there. And also, Josh, that low price point model continues to win for the company, especially in this K-shaped economy. We've seen
I don't know what a K-shaped economy is, but Walmart being able to reach 95% of all American homes. And they mentioned, go ahead.
Did she say that mids shop at Walmart?
She may have said that.
I wasn't sure. It's hard for me to listen.
Okay, so a K-shaped economy is an economy where you've got very, very, very divergent outcomes in different sectors in terms of what recovery or downturn look like, right? So picture a capital letter K, right? You got a flat line, you got one line going way up and one line going way down. K-shaped economy that we live in is one where certain sectors do very, very well while a downtrending line among the vast majority of other sectors is prevalent. It forms like a K shape.
Yeah, usually when there's a depression, Walmart and McDonald's and shithole places like that, they go up, as do alcohol and drugs.
Yeah, vice and whatever is like imaginary in terms of money skyrocket.
And entertainment.
The entertainment actually holds pretty steady during these times. It's kind of weird. Like, there's not a huge uptick or loss in it. People who are willing to spend money on entertainment will do it even when they're poor. And, when prices are through the roof, it's a sign of status to be able to afford tickets. So more people will do it to be able to show their status. So it's kind of a flat trend line as far as that goes.
Interesting. So $1 trillion. How much did they say Amazon is worth? About 2.5 trillion. Target being about $500 billion. I thought Target was more of a status symbol than Walmart, but maybe in this
back in the day it was.
Yeah.
I don't know that they are anymore. I don't know that really applies anymore. But back in the day, yeah, it was the nicer one where things were more expensive, but you got better quality products.
There's so many boycotts happening against Target from various groups of people. And I've said it before, but it saddens me. Target's a Minnesota company, and, Walmart doesn't have any competition with Kmart. It's just Target or Walmart. And some communities only have a Walmart. Some communities only have a Target. But with Walmart.com reaching 95% of Americans...
Well, I feel like the thing that replaced it, because Walmart, they pulled out a lot of places in all the states. And it was a lot of times it was smaller areas that they weren't making enough money, and they pulled out, and now those smaller areas are dying because the mom and pop stores aren't coming back. Walmart just fucked them.
There are only 3 remaining Kmarts in all of the land.
Wow.
Yeah, there was one in Aberdeen, South Dakota for the longest time, but when I went back home last year, it was gone.
That's
yeah, no,
wild.
it's froze up for us too. You're froze up, Marcus.
You freezing up a bit?
It's chilly.
Now you're
Minnesota.
Now you're better.
I'm stuck between tabs. Yeah.
But dollar store is the thing that's come in to fill
Dollar
that
General.
gap. Yeah, well, Dollar General, Dollar Store, Dollar something. And so you go to any place, small town America now, and they've got a shithole dollar store type thing that's selling just the worst products. And that's what filled this gap.
Do you guys remember a time when Walmart was open 24 hours?
Oh, yeah.
24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
You mean 2019? Yes, I remember 2019.
Yeah. Forever ago.
When I was in high school, the Walmart had just opened in our town, and we used to go into it at like 1 o'clock in the morning, and we would get a box of regular Life cereal and a box of cinnamon Life cereal, and we would play capture the flag with boxes of Life cereal inside the Walmart between like 1 and 3 a.m. And this is the 90s. They were kind of powerless to kick us out.
Was this drunk capture the life?
Well, you know what, man? We were minors at the time, so I'm not going to admit to any wrongdoing, but yes, we were hammered. Yeah. Yeah, on like 3 different drugs. And this is the era of like really good, really dirty ecstasy. So it was frequently very interesting.
Oh, those were the days.
Yeah, they toppled not just the Kmarts and the stores like that. Like where I'm from, before our town got a Walmart, we had a Ben Franklin, Pomida, Kmart, and Target, and a Shopko, and then we had Kessler's grocery store, Ken's grocery store, Econo Foods grocery store. There was one more I can't seem to remember. So we had 4 grocery stores. Walmart came in. All them other places are gone. The grocery stores and the box store type things, they're all gone. Everything's shut down. It's all just Walmart now.
The Yahoo lady does exclaim that people are buying groceries at Walmart. She also goes on to explain that perhaps their supply chain, using more efficient technologies, including artificial intelligence and other computerized software services, made it much more efficient, which meant that they were able to keep prices lower and then pay employees even less.
What the fuck is she even talking about? They're just the biggest bulk buyers.
Right. And then there was another documentary that was like a 12-minute video from, I think, A More Perfect Union, discussing with another grocer in the area how the Walmart store ended up, undercutting certain prices so that there's some, maybe I would use the word like collusion or some backroom deals where products at Walmart could afford to be less and sold for less, whereas other groceries had to pay more and customers had to pay more. So then as Walmart became more competitive, mom and pop stores really couldn't compete with the pricing. They might have carpeted grocery stores, but fewer people went to those employee-owned grocery stores when they'd get everything at Walmart. So eventually Walmart gobbles everything up, and then people go to Walmart to buy everything. And then the grocer who was having to pay more for like Pepsi product, brand name products, Cheerios, Pepsi, the major stuff was costing much more for for the employee-owned grocery store.
It's the same thing with the small town markets. The small town markets, they're selling even less, so they pay even higher prices.
Yeah.
And that's why if you go out to any out of the way small town little convenience store, you're like, $12 for a fucking pop? What do you mean? Like, because they're paying basically what you would have if you went to the damn city and bought it.
I think the most depressing thing is after everybody's getting shut down, the spaces, the retail spaces, the commercial spaces are just staying empty. So there's just like empty space after empty space all over town. It's like,
don't worry, Ted. The Department of Homeland Security is busy repurposing all of those facilities right now.
Oh,
yeah. Saw that.
Wait. Do expand on this.
Well, the Department of Homeland Security has paid upwards of $2 billion to purchase unused commercial facilities,
warehouse space
that they are ostensibly going to convert into illegal immigrant detention facilities. The only problem is with the amount of these buildings that have been purchased already, you could house all of the illegal immigrants in the U.S. in about a third of them. So what are the other 2/3 for?
You know, also, I know some people that have commercial spaces and industrial spaces that they rent and lease out to people. And apparently this year, they've all the insurance companies canceled them, and because they don't have enough insurance now, apparently, to the insurance to insure a company to rent or lease industrial or commercial space has gone through the roof. So the insurance companies are pushing people out of the business of being landlords, commercial and industrial landlords, like the mom and pop guys.
Yep.
It's just fuckery.
Yeah. I just heard this happening with a family member of mine where they stopped paying. They didn't want to have building insurance anymore, but they still were getting it for the vehicles and everything else.
Yeah.
And for some reason, I guess the guy they were working with was like, well, if you don't pay the building insurance, if you don't pay for building insurance, we're not going to work for you to get the other. We're going to cancel all of it. Anyway, he was, what? I don't need the building insurance.
Yeah. That's insane.
Yeah.
They're just pushing everybody out.
Well, and then with fire and flood damage on both coasts over the last few years and the changes to policy in fire and flood insurance, they're effectively making it impossible to own homes in areas that are, liable to be hit with either of those things. So it basically, if you live in an area where there might be weather, we won't insure you.
This is the problem where I live, and part of why the housing market's actually reasonable, because you can't get a fucking loan for one of these houses if you don't have cash or contract for deed with the owner. You can't get one of these homes. That's the only two options. And for like a lot of these people, because of when the green rush was going on, a lot of these people owned a lot of pieces of property. And so there's a law in California, you can only contract for deed 3 properties a year. So like there's one Mexican guy that up here owns like 50 different properties, but they're super hard to sell. That's who I bought my property from, because if you go up and offer him cash, then that doesn't count against his contract for deed. He gets to move one more. So fucking cash money, he'll drop the price. This place was twice as much as what we paid for it in the listing.
Was your amigo named Milgram?
No, pull that up, please, because I want to compare that to what we're talking about with needing this space for people locked up, because it's this is a thing that needs to be really
diabolical,
inspected and studied. you know, a lot of thought put to it, but most people have never even heard of this. So, this guy did an experiment where the person that was getting experimented on was brought into a room, and they were overseeing a guy ask questions to a guy in another room, and if that guy got the question wrong, they were supposed to zap them with electricity. Well, that didn't. They'd hit a button, and that would zap this person for getting the question wrong. Well, and then it would go up in scale with the electricity, and the person that was getting zapped wasn't actually getting zapped. The person that was actually being experimented on was the button pusher. So the experiment then is can you, under authority, get people to do things that they know are immoral, and what's their reaction to that? And at the end of that experiment, 80% of people push the button and just keep pushing the button. Even though the actor in the room pretending to get electrocuted was screaming and yelling and begging.
He dies.
Yeah.
Like he falls down on the ground, and the test guy is like, you got it. The experiment goes on. Turn it up.
Yeah. And they just keep on doing it.
They just kept turning
there
it
was a very minor 20% that have the moral fortitude to say fuck off with that shit, and will do their own thing. And if you read the conclusion of the report, the thing that's most chilling is that they think they called the 20% of people that didn't do it the rebel gene, and they think they can get rid of the rebel gene, and I don't think that they can. And so I feel like that, and this is something for years now, there's been a real push against strong men. And because that's who you need to get rid of in society if you just want to bulldoze right over it without even a fight. And so I feel like that's probably that the people with the rebel gene, they've been wanting to pull out of society for years, because those are the ones that won't just do what they're told. Nah, dude, I ain't shocking the shit out of that guy. I don't care what you say. No.
Me and Gabe did a show where we talked about this a bunch, but I'm trying to find any of the graphics Gabe did, but I can't find them.
On Stanley.
Yeah, and I put a link in the chat where they show like the setup, one of the setups they had.
Stanley looks like he's got a Picasso painting face, kind of a
yeah,
nose wiggling.
There you go.
LET, is this the let them theory?
Let them eat cake.
Yeah, there's something weird in here that Gabe had noticed, and I can't even remember what it was at this point. That's why I'm trying to find it, but just in the in the symbolism of the way they're even set up. But yeah, this was one of the main diagrams we were able to find on when we were looking into it. It was a while back now.
So the experiment has been reproduced. It's a reproducible experiment.
Well, that's what they say, right?
I think haven't they decided that it was a cruel and unusual experiment?
No, they've reproduced this experiment numerous times, actually. And the
Stanford prison.
I believe that one of the most recent, the rebel gene had gone down to 16%. But they've reproduced this numerous times with the same results. As honestly, the 2020 basically was a giant version of that test, and we saw how few people were willing to say fuck off. Most of them capitulated. I got into a giant argument on a panel over it because there was people trying to claim that the government forced them to do things. The government didn't come around and force you to do anything. Like, I went into stores, Steve and I were hanging out at the time. He was down around my house. Like, And he knows these people up here, they are hippie pricks. They are libtarded as hell up here. And they were all about it. And I didn't care. Because guess what? Nobody came. Nobody put a pew-pew to my head. Nobody put shinies. That's the thing is I've been to prison. I did 8 years. I am aware of the difference between I was forced to do something and I chose to do something. They're two
because it was what was most convenient or expedient in the moment. And I didn't want to experience discomfort. And I didn't want to have to go 2 miles up the road to another store to make the same purchase for the same money. And I couldn't be bothered to take a stand in the moment for what was right. So I chose what was easy. That's what they're really saying.
Mm-hmm. And was it hard? Yes. Was it uncomfortable? Yes. Was there some things that I just couldn't do and had to work around? Yes. But did I mask up and walk around masked up? Did I get jibby jabbed? No. Absolutely not. Because
the only time
in prison, there was times that I had my hands cuffed with a shackle around my waist and my cuffed to that and my feet cuffed, and you're like bent, and then your feet cuffed to your waist also, and you can't take more than a fucking 2-inch step and blah blah. And I got tackled and put into that position. That's called force. And yep, at that point in time, they did what they wanted, and that was forced on me.
The monopoly on violence belongs to who?
To the government. But when you, out of your own free will, without somebody grabbing you and physically taking you and making you do it, then you made a choice. Was it a shitty choice? Probably. Like, they made it hard. I don't deny it. They did all the propagandizing. They did all the twisting and turning and threatening that they possibly could. But at the end of the day, these gentlemen also did not do what they said. There's a lot of people that didn't do it because.
Yeah, I don't know if I agree with that. They made it hard at first, at least. I feel like it was at first everyone could have pushed back without a problem. There was no
bribery first. That's always the way it goes. You know, the free donuts and the
there was so much cognitive dissonance between what authorities were saying and then correcting themselves and then like basically admitting that they lied. It was, and so much as obvious nonsense. That's when people should have said something, and then they waited, and then they may have the excuse about 6-7 months or a year in that, oh, now if I don't go along with it, I lose my job.
Yeah.
So it's like,
oh, they got people to like cut their own heads off. They said like, if you're not an essential business, then don't go to work. And so I know people that have businesses, they closed down and they went months and months without making any money. They went broke. They went out of business. I have a business. We're working.
They shut one down out here. I remember in Burbank that wouldn't close down.
It's like, you're essential and your family's essential. We stay in business.
You have a lawsuit.
You know, we're not a public business, so we keep the doors locked. You know, we're not. You know, there was a bar that stayed open, but it became a speakeasy. So, like, you knew it was open. You go and the door was locked, and you go knock on the door. And they'd open up the door and like peek out, be like, "Hey," they'd be like, "Come on in." You know, they ran for months, and then the cops came by, gave them fines, but they were the only bar in town that was open, so they were paying the fines and making tons of money, like hand over feet, because
they don't talk about it on the news. But the ones that got shut down, a lot of them sued the states and won.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Because you can't force me to shut my business down, dummies.
No, you can't. They made people shut themselves down. Are you essential? Oh, wait, I'm not essential. I guess I'm not an essential person. Like, fuck that.
Failed the confidence check.
Yeah. And if you don't think you're essential, maybe you should shut down.
If you don't
Maybe
think
you
you're
should go home and
important.
take that check. Go
Yeah.
start a podcast.
A lot of people starting podcasts. Are people finishing podcasts?
Said that about the power company, but you're absolutely right. You are just doing the power company's job. You're becoming the power plant and not really getting shit back for it. Yeah, I agree.
For what's that?
Solar panels, the solar
Solar panels,
panels,
yeah.
where they talk
Yeah.
everybody into staying on the grid and getting solar panels. And what it is the infrastructure for electrical needs desperately upgraded. They aren't producing even close to the power that they need. That's why there's rolling blackouts all summer.
Yeah.
And so now they get people to put panels on their house. Now those people are producing the power that they need during the day. And then they're like, and then at night when you're using power, that's when you have to pay us. Well, the people aren't getting enough for the power that they're inputting to make a difference. Like the companies that when it first started out that were offering good money for that, they all backpedaled on that and changed it. And good luck. Like they just do whatever the fuck they want. They tried to sue them, but they're like, yeah, courts are on the side.
Power goes out, they shut you down anyway because you're part of the system. They have the control over it. It's not like you have your own off-grid solar system set up where no matter what you can power your house. Like that's a different story. But if you opt into this thing where you're selling power to the grid, they shut you down whenever they want. They've got the switch.
You betcha.
Well, they measure your electricity usage to determine if it's outside the realm of acceptability. Maybe you're having too many lights and that's too expensive, or you're mining Bitcoin, or you're running a server operation or something that's just above and beyond.
I remember when it used to be growing pot.
Right. So there's an acceptable use for houses of certain sizes to use electricity. I mean, it might raise when you're running it in an air conditioner or something to that effect, but they would understand that. But houses that are so far above and beyond the average use of other houses in the neighborhood, people knock on the door and the inspectors come in and let's have a look around. So you've already given up that sort of freedom to have a little bit of privacy in your home if you're connected to the grid. But if you're in the city limits, you have to be connected to the grid. You have to have city sewer and city water and city electricity, the utilities. What was that game about Monopoly? And you'd get the railroad companies and you buy the utility companies and then you buy all the properties. What was that game about?
Oh yeah, I tried to get off the grid. My city has
Monopoly.
I think that's the name of it. It was started by the McDonald's Corporation to sell more hamburgers. So then you get a piece off of your French fries and you peel it off and then you put it on the board and then you try to win the prizes. You could get some great Beanie Babies that way and maybe a free drink. Or maybe you'd pay for your hamburger. It was a bit like gambling. I don't know if it was officially considered gambling, but it was a fun game we could play while we dined at a fine dining establishment. That was back when they had a play place, so you could climb into a ball pit and go down a slide and have a little bit of recreation and exercise. Fun times.
Yeah, I'm same Italian family that won all the $1 million. The same guy's family won all those $1 million grand prizes.
Yeah, they got caught doing that. That was actually in the news a number of years ago, because it was only one piece that basically you'd get that would win, and they kept making sure the same people. Yeah,
Boardwalk.
Yeah, I think they'd switch it every few times. Sometimes it was Boardwalk, sometimes it was Park Avenue, but or Park Place. There's only one piece out of each one that's hard to get. The other ones are all.
I'd be interested to see what happens in a few years when they look into when they start what's the word I'm looking for? Auditing the people who won the $1 million prizes for getting their vaccine, and they see where that money actually went.
I did not know about that either. That's there.
out
You know,
here.
people were getting $1 million prize for
There
getting-
was like 3 separate ones I think that were $1 million in California.
Oh,
wow.
to a raffle. You get a ticket.
Yeah.
A good
in
boy ticket.
2020, in 2021, we were just moving to this place, and I had to go over to my other farm, and we literally tore down every building on that farm and hauled everything over here. Like, so I, a lot of those quirky little things I did miss.
We didn't have internet back then.
Yeah, we didn't have internet. We didn't get internet until Steve moved in, and then that internet quit working like 3 months after Steve left because the trees back here grew too tall. But then we got Starlink.
It was funny because you had the like certain places like Los Angeles who were giving away $1 million prize, and then New York who were giving away like a burger and fries.
Yeah. Krispy Kreme donut was the one I saw the most of in the little clips and stuff. People
Yeah.
a donut.
Has,
Like
has all the land on the moon been purchased?
I've got to presume so.
Because I heard something about Elon Musk. He's got all these great inventions for mankind, and the Mars.
But he's working on Mars. I presume.
Well, he's clarified lately that the Mars project is a little bit more difficult than the Moon project, so they're going to focus all the energy on building a self-building city on the Moon because the Mars is a little bit more hard to do. So they've kind of backpedaled and refocused on the Moon project.
They almost got Greg with the blowjob vouchers. Yeah, that is tough to pass up. And Tiny Loose, I understand. I'm so glad I wasn't raising kids during that. That makes it infinitely harder. It's the shit you got to go through. My older kids just were fully in the system. I didn't know better back then. I was young. And my younger kids, we homeschooled and whatnot, and they didn't get put through the medical system and whatnot. But the games that you got to play to do that, and the things, you're just basically a system pariah at that point. They aren't going to do nothing for you. Don't ask nothing from them. You don't do nothing for them. You basically make this clean. As soon as you start intermingling, that's the damn carrot that they have for most people. And I'm not saying you're looking at it as a carrot. You were raising kids. But the carrot is we'll take care of your life a little more, make things easier for you, but you're going to have some fucking rules. And most people, that's the whole damn country's caught up in that.
So how do we enforce Moon immigration policy properly? Let's get ahead of the curve here.
It does not. It seems like that is going to be a lot harder than crossing the Rio Grande.
The Elysium model, maybe?
Do you get a dual passport as an Earth citizen and a Moon citizen? Birthright, moon
That's
right?
what he was just talking about, I think, is because no, that's Elysium.
Elysium, yeah, that's what I was saying.
No, it was
I saw Oblivion too, though.
We have Oblivion? What is it? Elysium, yeah, I've seen that. I don't know. If
Elysium Fields of Oblivion.
Is that the one you were watching the other night? Yeah. I got tired and I left.
Yeah.
That movie did not catch my attention. The Oblivion one, but Elysium was interesting.
Were there extraterrestrials in those movies?
Not in Elysium. In Elysium, people lived on the moon, and like the good, wealthy people got like perfect health care, and they lived in this like Eden, utopian society. But the people down on Earth that were producing stuff and whatnot, they lived in a real shithole society. Like literally, the people on Elysium, you'd put them in this little pod and hit a button, and cancer's gone, everything's gone. You're healed.
Where did it go?
It went into the cloud. It went to the cloud.
Yeah, no explanation as to how the illnesses were healed. I think the Elysium was like a dice, kind of like a Dyson sphere sort of Mobius strip kind of thing in the sky. It wasn't actually even on the moon, right? It was like next to it.
Yeah, it was a ring in the sky.
Yeah. You're right.
Is that the Halo video game storyline?
Is it?
hard to know what's.
That one was a true. It was a true tragedy. I do enjoy tragedies because it's more realistic to me. Comedies are so very fake. You know, that's just not how the world works. Like that's one of the things I said that Elysium. I enjoyed it because it was a tragedy. Because who was it? Matt Damon.
Yeah.
At the very end of it, in order to save everybody, he knows damn good and well he's about to die, and he's like, "Give me the fucking button," you know.
Mm-hmm.
And knowing perfectly well he's not living through it. That's a whole lot different. You know, comedies, it just doesn't. Shit don't usually work like that.
Do you think we'll see Disclosure this year? For real this time? Disclosure Day on July 8th.
D-Day.
The D-Day, July
Wait, they changed it? It's not the 12th anymore?
Might take 4 days for everybody to find out that the disclosure happened. Trump might try to prematurely disclose his disclosures.
Well, I was trying to see if they were going to get it as close to the Normandy landing anniversary as they could, which would be the 6th.
Mm-hmm. Well, they've had a disclosure date set for July 8th for many, 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 many years.
Really?
Yeah, there's a website, Disclosure Day or something. There's been people behind it setting the date as being July 8th. There's the movie by that title from a guy called Spielberg.
That's the one I was talking. That's what I was figured you were talking about. So is that still the 12th?
Yeah. So there is a movie by that title, Disclosure Day. I'm talking about a separate event organized by a separate organization that isn't Hollywood or Spielberg. So for a long time, there's been a website called Disclosure Day where they've been preparing all of us humans for the Disclosure Day and then making the framework set for governments to participate with citizens for the disclosure on July 8th for many, many, many years. So now we need to check the betting sites to see what the plus or minus spread is for Disclosure Day happening on July 8th, 2026.
A lot of betting tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're getting where you can bet on anything, literally, like whether a word is getting said during a TV show, if they're going to say a word or bring up a subject, like all kinds of just weird shit that they're betting on now.
It's
so what are the odds that Ted Allen is going to take his shirt off tonight?
Well, now you have to clarify, Ted Gemsworthy, how many shirts is Ted Allen wearing and how many shirts will Ted Allen remove?
Oh, that's a great.
So when you make your wish, you have to be very specific.
Let's see. Looks like 2 T-shirts you're wearing, or a sweater and a shirt, as far as I can tell. Is there a dickie, or what's it called? The false V-neck.
People wear false V-necks. Behind this V-neck is an even deeper V-neck. What you're gambling on. Place your bets now.
Yeah.
No, it's not a Dickie. It's a Wrangler.
A Wrangler. Oh wow.
It's a Wrangler.
Oh sweet. It's like Pearl in her hat.
Is that like an armpit tree, air tree thing? Fresh.
You can scratch it.
Oh, it smells like country leather and and horseshoes.
It smells like the Macy's perfume. You know, Macy's sprays their fragrance in all their clothes, and
oh my god, burns my
Macy's
nose.
scent. Mm-hmm.
I buy most of my stuff at those out of season stores like Ross or whatever the fuck. Or TJ Maxx.
TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Ross, sure.
Yeah.
Ahead of the game. That is Tractor Supply. I see you talked about that earlier, Timer Loose. Yeah, I go to Tractor Supply. Also, like these hoodies. These ones are those. This one's that they're rain defenders. They aren't waterproof, but like if it's just lightly raining, it'll mostly slick off you. And I live in Humboldt. We have this thing called Humboldt Rain, where the fog is so heavy it actually will collect and turn into water droplets, and so it's good to have water resistance here.
I just picked up my winter wardrobe for next winter. It was last winter's winter clothes, 50% off.
Yeah,
The way to
it's
go.
the way to do it.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be in style.
Who gives
The
a
only
shit
really
about
nice
style?
article of clothing I have is my oil duster.
And your TED glasses.
Yes. I've got a trench coat oil slicker, and that thing is the only raincoat that really works. It's, if you put duck oil or mink oil on it at the beginning of the year, you're going to stay dry for the rest of the year.
When you say nice, you mean utilitarian, not nice in the sense that most people think nice clothes to go out.
Nice.
I don't own anything like that.
Nice, like a church
Wolfman
flannel.
Jack. He had one.
Number one, I don't go out. Like, the food that they serve even at nice restaurants is garbage.
So by church flannel, that may be worn at funerals that are in churches. To clarify what a church
Well,
flannel.
your church flannel is your cleanest, best looking, most like crispy flannel. That's what you'd wear to your Sunday meeting. It's yeah.
Do you wear church
That's what I'm
flannels to weddings and or funerals?
Now I live in Humboldt, so instead of a flannel, it's a hoodie.
Right.
So
You should probably wear to a wedding. You might want to go borrow a sport coat or something like that. Funeral, you want your Tennessee tuxedo, which is overalls and a bow tie.
That way they
That's
can
got
Tennessee coming.
the Colonel Sanders tassels hanging down from the bow tie. But yeah, if you want to do it like Hillbilly Deluxe, that's how. Get you a brand new pair of overalls and throw you one white shirt on and get that little Colonel Sanders bow tie.
That's fancy.
When I went out
It's
to
a whole
do Oktoberfest, it was just a clean shirt, a hoodie, and I got new boots every year because I didn't want to. It don't take long for my boots to be just soaked in shit. Like the leather becomes part shit.
It's the cowboy way.
Yeah.
You're not a real man if you don't got shit on your boots.
Haven't done Flattoberfest in like 2 years though, so I haven't gotten new boots. So these ones are getting pretty rough.
Do you know a cobbler?
This is beyond cobbling at this point.
I have a pair of boots that's beyond cobbling. Like they could be resold entirely.
But do you know
But
a
at
cobbler?
that point, you're buying another pair of boots.
Yeah.
Would it be
Who can
insulting to
save
bring
your
those to a
soul?
cobbler?
Probably.
Yeah, he'd be like, just save your money, dude. The difference between what I'm gonna charge you and a new pair of boots ain't that much. Just fucking work 3 more days. You'll be fine.
Oh, well, hey, since we're here, do we want to talk about hashtag Crotchgate?
I don't know what that is.
Hashtag Crotchgate.
Okay.
Please enlighten us, Marcus.
Yeah, I know. I need to know.
So this has to do with Olympic uniforms.
Okay.
Does
Yeah,
that
go
mean
on.
anything to you guys? Yeah, let me bring up there's a press conference.
No, that didn't enlighten us at all. It did.
Yeah.
Let's see. Further the mystery. You feel free to flesh the entire.
The last time I remember watching the Olympics, the fucking snowboard kid with the big red hair was in them.
Shaun White.
Yes, Shaun White. Flying Tomato. That's what he was. He was the Flying Tomato, and he was awesome. And that's the last time I gave any slightest fuck about the Olympics.
People around the globe love sports, and it's interesting to see the athletes compete. This is before they began. This is a very important press conference.
There have been reports in the German press and in America that ski jumpers are now thinking about enlarging their genital areas by injecting hyaluronic acid. Again, the idea is it improves the dynamics and allows ski jumpers to go further.
Any takers for that?
I'm not aware of the details of ski jumping and how this can improve, but we'll
just pause here. Oh, what's this guy's name?
Oliver Niggler.
Pronounce that. Is that Olivier or Olivier? Olivier.
That's with the hard G.
N-I-double-G-Lee.
Oliver Neely.
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 Olivier.
Neely. There's like a cat hiss at the end of it. All right, so it's not racist. You have to like Neely.
It's gonna giggling. Hyaluronic
Yes,
acid
just say it super gay and fruzen doozin, and it won't be racist. All right, that's the formula. You overly like Northern European it up in the gayest possible manner, and you're not like, yeah, that's my niggly Ollie. Because clearly he's Ollie Niggly, but we probably can't say that.
Yeah, you got to put them together. We told Banca Olivier Niggly.
Niggly.
Neely. Yeah, we won't say
Are they both
Niggly.
doping chefs?
We'll say Niley. Yeah, they're officials from WADA. These are the official people.
What exactly is this they're talking about? Is this like
They
that
look
shit-
like they should be judging a freaking cooking contest.
Yeah, for sure. Is this like the testicular version of that thing where they put that stuff in their muscles and then it makes them look like they're fake Popeye?
Yeah,
But it's
30
not
more
really
seconds.
muscle?
Let's listen to his answer because he's the only one who wanted to address it.
And how this can improve, but if anything was to come to the surface, we would look at anything if it is actually doping related. We don't do other means of enhancing performance, but our list committee would certainly look into whether this would fall in this category. But I haven't heard about that until you mentioned it.
So they're saying this is the first time they've heard of men's skiers who would inject hyaluronic acid into the girth of their manhood, which would
Didn't he
increase.
specifically say balls?
Well, I don't know how it's done specifically, but it has more to do with the girth, because when it's a skin tight ski suit, the wider girth creates more fabric in that region. So when they spread their legs in the sky, creating that V shape with their legs, that extra fabric in the crotchal region creates more drag, which means microseconds are added to their airtime.
I knew it.
Okay.
Hyaluronic acid. I'm soaking in it now.
So it wouldn't help.
Hyaluronic acid.
You kind of lost me. Are they saying a fat cock helps you get
Hold
better
on,
time?
I'm getting ready to read what this is.
All right.
Genital enhancement is a non-surgical, minimally invasive procedure using dermal fillers to increase penile girth by approximately 2 to 3 centimeters and improve shape, with effects lasting roughly 6 to 18 months.
Hold on to your eggplants.
So if Larry gets wider, then the fabric around Larry is going to create more drag in the air. It's like you have a glider or parachute with more fabric on it. So when the guy launches and he spreads his legs, and there's more fabric here, then it creates more drag against the air, which keeps him in the air longer.
Well, this is your inherent problem with winter events where you need full blood flow in your cockle area in order to achieve maximum performance, because ordinarily you'd have you as a fluffer right there at the gate who would make sure that you were nice and engorged before you had to slip into the tights and go shimmy down the snow. It would just be a thing. You'd have your snow fluffer and everything would be cool. But no, we live in an era of just unprecedented prudishness. And so you don't get a snow fluffer. In fact, I'm thinking about renaming the episode from Church Flannel to Snow Fluffer.
That is a good one. That is definitely.
I don't know. We'll leave it up to the audience.
It's a good question.
Now my question is he do like the old Superman? Is he flying through the air like the old Superman thing where it's like, Superman with a heart on,
No. As Ted Allen is demonstrating here, the classic telemark engagement with the skis out is what is usually sought after in terms of maximum airflow, whereas the Superman would be arms out, pointed forward, legs in and tucked.
Right.
Yeah, very, very different. Very different body movements there.
So apologies to people who don't want to look at other men's inseams, but we're focusing on the inseam here.
But that's what Ted Allen likes. So that's what we're doing.
Now the question here is this really going to negate parasitic drag, or is it going to be beneficial? And then you have the extra weight as well.
When you say drag, do you mean men wearing makeup and false bosoms and singing songs at a karaoke bar?
I think there could be multiple definitions.
You just take an antibiotic to kill the parasitic drag?
Well, if that's the case, then there may be a case for.
So these stretchy pants are approved by the Olympic approvers they have their specific uniform that they must wear, and they are approved to wear it. Now, I bring it up in terms of technology because the suggestion now is because the fear of men altering their inseams in their pants to create more drag has created this fear that there's competitive advantage. So if one person does it, everybody has to do it. So the solution offered was to implant microchips within, not the man, but his uniform, so they'd have little smart tags to see that nothing was stretched or torn. So if the distance between the tags indicated that something was broken or altered after it was approved, then the little things would be an anti-cheat mechanism. So they're selling a technology into the uniforms to say that nothing has changed.
Yeah, Terra Preda's got the answer with this, and we bring back cod pieces. That's the obvious answer. That'll just end this.
Well, that's less obvious than nude Olympics.
That's true. Especially in the Winter Olympics. That's going to be like the opposite effect. I can see why in the winter they need to get these penile injections to get the girth back, because you get winter shrinkage.
Yeah, I think they're going to miscalculate weight.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna. Your ballast is wrong now.
No, they're only thinking about drag. They're not thinking about weight. It's not in the equation.
Throws off the whole center of gravity.
Throws off exactly. Does
it start to spin in the air like one of those propeller top hats?
Is somebody actually doing this, like trying to make like a scientific thing out of this? Like you don't feel like a complete jackass while you're doing this?
It's down to the nitty gritty and every detail of the Olympics here.
They must be hurting for viewers at this point.
This is the content creation mill. This guy is going on and on about it. He's
You're
throwing
like,
the
hey,
lens.
viewing audience, have you ever really thought about how many microseconds of time can be shaved off by having a fat cock? Well, come on into Olympic Learning Corner, because we're going to talk all about how these brand new injections that are totally not steroids or in any way, shape, or form performance enhancing will totally revolutionize the dick to drag measurement in ski jumping.
I like how this is an actual level, like from a construction site.
The amount of fabric is measured and recorded. Now I don't know how the Olympics
Wait,
work.
hang on. Give that 3 seconds and then say it again.
Interrupt this program for a special news bulletin.
Do you
Might
win
not be
gold
doping,
medals?
but it sure is dope.
Are the gold medals actual gold?
Oh, I put a
Not
link.
anymore. They used to be, but they quit doing that.
I put a link in the chat before too that says how much each athlete earns for winning a medal based on country, which I thought was quite. I thought that was pretty interesting.
No, I'm happy. I'll pull it up right now. And let's not discount the fact that there are several Olympic athletes that just have to turn that over to a local warlord immediately. They don't even get the option. There's like, oh yeah, no, put this next to your UFC belts, and I guess that giant stack of weapons and book of addresses from where we all live. Yeah,
Look at you, China.
I didn't even watch the video on this. I just went down and was looking at the numbers they had below. It looks like Hong Kong had the biggest bounty for a gold medal.
All right, well, let's find out.
How much an Olympic athlete makes for winning a gold medal? Well, pride is not the only thing on the line. They can win cold, hard cash. I reached out to 30 different countries participating in the Winter Olympics, and here's what I found. Team USA ranks in the middle of the pack. USA athletes that win a gold medal walk away with nearly $38,000. A silver medal will get you nearly $23,000, while a bronze will earn you $15,000. That hails in comparison to Singapore. They are offering a gold medalist the USD equivalent of over $700,000 and
Hey, you get 38 grand for a gold medal, and it costs your parents and you upwards of $700,000 to $2.5 million just to get your kid to the Olympics.
Yeah.
Could you shortcut that by being Jake Paul's girlfriend?
I guess. I'm pretty sure that out of a country of 330 million plus people, only one of them gets to do that. So for everybody else who isn't Jake Paul's girlfriend, it seems to be a bum deal.
Unless you somehow have dual citizenship in Hong Kong or Singapore.
Right?
And you want to compete for them.
Yeah, look, it's 2026. Can't every gold medal winner just identify as being from Singapore?
I mean, unless you're Michael Phelps, and that guy, you know, he got paid a lot of times.
And then he got stripped of everything because he was a fucking stoner, and then the culture came around again, and they were like, never mind, dude, you're a fucking G. Let's give you a bunch of money again. So he was okay. But like, yeah, it was weird for that guy for a while.
Yeah, not a great return on investment. No.
What else does this lady have to say?
cash is not the only thing up for grabs. Poland is offering their gold medalist a Toyota Corolla car, a holiday voucher, a painting. I mean, what else? Oh yeah, over $200,000 as well. There are some countries though that aren't offering financial incentives. Great Britain, Norway, and
Wait, hang on. Slovenia coming in with over 150K.
Wow.
Italy has a nice amount.
Yeah.
Of course.
Money for
How do you
winning
not
a
know that I
Olympic
won Olympic medal? I drive a Corolla.
Sign up for Olympic team for Ukraine. You get 3 weeks off front line of battlefield from Russian drones and snappers. All you have to do is smuggle 3.4 kilos of cocaine in your anus on your way back from the Olympics and give cocaine to Vladi. Slava Ukraine!
Now do Taiwan.
Oh, look at you. You're so pretty. You deserve gold medal. You deserve gold medal and quit to jail. Why you not have boyfriend?
How are we supposed to properly address
You're so fast in
that
Olympics.
country?
Why can't you build chip faster?
You so smart. Why you not have girlfriend? Let me do nail for you and buff out the tip.
I wonder.
You look better. You get girlfriend.
What the guy who got silver that get instead of a Corolla? Like that's what, like a Yugo or something? Like a 1983 Yugo.
And the winner of the gold medal gets $36 and a Chevrolet Caprice.
Do they get a pair of blue jeans?
Not just any blue jeans, Kmart brand blue jeans. The finest of all knockoff brands.
Is that from Taiwan or Chinese Taipei?
Dude, that's from like Cousin Ho's freaking garage in Laos. All right, that's where that's coming from.
Chinese toupee.
We're like Southeast Asian bootleg of a Southeast Asian bootleg. That's what those jeans are. They're Revis, okay?
From the tribe of Revi.
They button down, but they're slanted. God damn it.
Circumcised or uncircumcised Olympic
Oh,
advantage?
that'll definitely give you a win drag question. I mean, it seems like the uncircumcised got more of that rocket shape.
I think they would have figured this
Yeah,
out
better
back
flow.
a long, long time ago.
There is some footage of certain
God damn it.
women athletes splitting their pants. I don't recommend viewing it. It's very
Does
embarrassing.
that actually mean you have no signal? Because I just heard you cuss, and this whole time I thought that was just like a jokey thing that you.
No,
do.
my battery actually died right there. The other time it was I had my I have another battery, but before it just was I had like the auto power off on for some reason after 10 minutes.
Ted Krasinski committed to the bit. No more power.
No power.
No power in the cabin.
Whenever one of the Ted's power drops, we all experience a Tedening and become more powerful as a result.
There can be only one.
Eventually, we are going to have to fight in real life. Yeah. Yeah, that's the inevitable end of this podcast. We're going to drag it out for as long as possible. We are. Hopefully, it's like old man Walker and Kane fights. That's what we're hoping for.
Steve and I are only like 3 years away from that.
We're like
So
2.5 years away from that. I was just thinking about this shit the other day, man. I'm like, fuck, dude, really? I remember my old man looking way older than this. when he was my age.
For sure. My parents were just wildly fat by the time that they were in their 40s, in their 30s. Wildly fat.
So how do we fund the Bennington TED Fund?
Well, you guys can become members of the YouTube. You can also, I don't know, go traverse over to the Rumble. You can hit up the Benjamin Balderson Amazon wish list. Definitely, you can do that.
$ Heathen Wizards.
That's it.
Yeah, I also have Cash App. Speaking of the wish list, Diane was kind enough. I live off of these freaking things.
That's what our
This is my entire house like. And you can ask Steve. I used to have about 10 of these, and I'm down to 3 that don't work great.
Mm-hmm.
That is such a huge deal.
You know, you can sometimes you can rehab them by putting them on a trickle charger, a 2 amp trickle charger. I've fixed some.
Okay. Ted Jimsworthy, you may not be familiar with the type of abuse that a typical DeWalt battery gets put through during the course of an average day at Chateau de Balderson.
Yeah, don't believe Ted Trickle's lies.
Yeah. It's not that. It's not that. It would work if the battery in question wasn't being stressed to its complete fucking max fullest every time it was in use. But if you're out in the middle of nowhere on the farm, that's what the batteries are for. And you go until they go, and then you swap them out and you go until they're gone. And then you're like, shit, I got to replace that. It was like $90 fucking. Really? For a battery? Fuck. For one battery that I click into. Okay, fine. $90. Sure. That's what I'm doing. But it's one and you need 6.
Yeah, a lot of times they have a brain in them, and they shut down when they get low below a certain level, like whether they're good or bad.
Yeah, yeah, very true.
Then they won't take a charge anymore.
No, but if you charge them up for like a day with a 2 amp trickle charger, it'll bring them up to the level where they will charge a lot of times. But if that doesn't work, you could always buy some Chinese 1860 batteries and solder them on there.
See now that works out for the 5 amp hour ones and whatnot, the smaller ones. But I tell you what, honey, can you grab me one of those ones I got?
Let's clip that TED tip.
The big 12-hour ones up on the shelf right there, like the big 9 and 12-hour ones. Now we're getting a little. It's not just like the 5-hour ones is literally just like 2 rows of batteries.
Yeah.
And it's not that big of a deal. With these, this one I think was a 9 or a 12.
Oh, geez. What happened to that one?
Yeah. Well, I've got the case off it, but you can see this is all computerized and everything else. And then the batteries aren't in a line. Like they connect here, here, over here. Yeah. It's like, it's super weird. And you can see it's all computer chipped up. So this is what the inside of a 9 or a 12 looks like. And so I was gonna pop this open because I did it with the 5s, and those 5s, like you said, you can just take and break the solder right here because there's just 2 little dimples where it's soldered in.
Yeah,
and you can pop them out and replace the battery and redo them. But these ones, this has all got like a computer in it. I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but you can see this whole top is a motherboard and all that.
Yeah.
And so these ones aren't so damn simple. You can't just pop them batteries out and throw a new battery in there. They've really made it way more complicated. on those bigger. But these are also those 60 volt ones. Because I've got a number of tools that are even 120 volt where it just takes 2 of those and you got to pop 2 in at the same time and it turns into a 120 volt.
Like for a leaf blower or a
No.
little electric lawnmower or something.
No, I got a miter saw that takes 2, like a beveling miter saw.
Sweet.
I've got a giant impact. I've got a right angle drill that will go through 9 studs back to back with an auger bit.
9 studs? Wow.
Not one as studly as you though, Marcus. It can't go through even one of those. DeWalt does have limits.
Clip that.
But Timberlocks don't. And neither does a freaking Bosch drill that plugs in with a handle. We can get it done. I promise.
You remember the old Milwaukee or the old Whole Hogs?
Oh my God, dude. I
was a
fucking
whip
my RIP to my whole hog. But yeah. I was on a series of jobs in Milpitas where we were doing like the rough-in plumbing for retrofit on like 35 different units, and at the exact same time I was also retrofitting windows and shit like that for the same properties. And fuck, dude, in a month of using the fucking whole hog, I don't know, probably 4.5 hours out of every 8 or 9 hour day, the motor just fucking took a shit. And I'd been using that thing for like 8 years at that point. Like it'd been through abuse, but it hadn't been through just the constant fucking every single day we're using this fucking thing to its bitter end.
Yeah.
But
when I used to do roping on houses, fucking that's when I'd go burn through them things. Because if you stick, I'd put it right on my hip, and then you just walk up to the studs. And if you put it on your hip, it does 2 things. It helps steady it, and you can push a little bit, and then also it keeps your holes at pretty much the same damn height, so your wires aren't doing that number. And I'd go through, and I could just burn through a whole house in like 2 hours. Just, but you bet you do a section of those houses that poor whole hog's been put through the ringer by then.
Or you get a shitty patch of fucking sheathing, and then you get like concrete chips and a bunch of weird shit in it. And yeah the fucking bit don't like that.
Yeah, the plug-in ones do last longer than normal batteries for sure, but I don't have that option where I live. I'm without power often.
Do you guys consent to an Austin Powers bit?
Yeah.
All right.
Hey,
Hello. You must be Chase, baby.
Welcome.
Oh, what a grip you have. You must live alone. So what you want me to do, like what I would do at a party?
Sure.
Usually music like the the song.
Yes.
And I come in and say, oh yeah, man, yeah. So how's everybody today, man? This is great. It's so good. Oh, behave. Oh, I fell over again. You go. Oh, you make a lovely couple. Because it's the movies. It's a movie, you know.
Yeah. Different time.
No, I don't think that would.
But I understand it. Did you watch the Super Bowl? Did you watch the Super Bowl?
Oh yeah.
He kind of looks like Elton John.
Are you more of like a soccer guy since you have so much?
Yeah, I think he's a flexible actor. I think this is a Hollywood area. Chase Hoffer brings in people to his home to do things alone with him.
Snake Jones was just in the chat like a week ago.
Oh, hey.
His name isn't Snake Jones or Aaron K anymore. His name is Kundalini King.
All right.
You might have seen him in there, but he calls himself Kundalini King now.
Is that when you get your mojo back?
Maybe. Yeah, he's getting his mojo back. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Heck
Whole
yeah.
hog.
Like
Soccer?
UK and
Soccer? I don't even know it.
That's pretty
Soccer.
good. Yeah.
So the idea here is he's hiring a Mike Meyer or a Austin Powers for a party.
Well, it's Mike Myers impersonator in the role of Austin Powers for his home invasion.
Is there like a favorite sport of yours?
And they just hang out and watch TV together.
All right.
So there's a guy.
I want to hang out with an impersonator that of Austin Powers. That'd be awesome. The fuck
So we
kind of weird
might
shit?
see that reemerge.
Let's shift focus here a little bit.
I don't know about you guys, but
To the
before they
hat?
legalized
To the
weed,
beanie?
I was committing tons of crime. I was committing a crime roughly every 2 hours throughout the day. Usually I would commit a crime as soon as I woke up in the morning. Like don't talk to me until I've done some crime. Like, a little rise in crime, if you will. Sometimes I would roll up a crime and then I would smoke the whole crime, and then I would forget that I had just rolled and smoked crime, and then I would turn to my fellow crimesters and suggest, of all things, more crime. Like that's a crime spree, I believe, without even realizing it. An accidental crime spree. That'd be like if I was a bank robber and I walked out of a bank with like a bag full of money, and I saw across the street, I don't know, another bank. And I turned to my fellow bank robber friends and I was like, what do you say, fellas? We should go rob a bank today. What? Prime the Tommy guns, boys. Like I wasn't part of society before they legalized weed. Like I was like over in the corner with like a loincloth and unwashed hair. Like stoned little Smeagol, you know? Like everyone was like, just stop doing crime and you may join us, Chris. And I was just like, no, that's okay. I just can't be over here smoking the precious. Y'all take care now. Y'all go ahead. Y'all have a blessed weekend now. And then they legalized weed, and I was like, I might even pay taxes this year. City, what a town. Like, has it always been this shiny here? You there, small boy, what day is it? Why, it's Christmas, sir. Here, have a pre-roll. Go. Take it back to your family. Roasted with the whole team. Merry Christmas, little one. That's my smartest joke. That joke has a Tolkien and a Dickens reference in it.
It did. It did.
Very literary.
No, that was well done. It was well done, and absolutely true. Even just when Dabs came out, I remember the difference. Like it was like night and day because all of a sudden I could do a bunch of things that I wasn't able to do because I didn't walk around smelling like a fucking actively smoking joint. Like that was nice. In fact, I went to my aunt renewed her vows, and I went to the ceremony. And one of my nieces goes over to my daughter. She's like, "Did Uncle Ben quit smoking weed?" She's like, "No." Hey, absolutely not. You know, but I just didn't reek like weed anymore. That was nice.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even staying in a nice hotel with like you get with dabs, you can go out to the car like every 3-4 hours, take a few dabs, fucking you're good for a while. Don't even have to worry about it. Like, don't have to go to a Motel 6. I mean, I still do because I got dogs.
the advent of the weed pen. Very beneficial to my work experience because my boss was one of those dude that he'd hotbox the fucking work truck. And like, I didn't mind, you know, because we're about to go do some fucking brutal manual labor for the next 8 or 10 hours. So yeah, buddy, fucking get me high before we do this. Yeah. But he would have to deal with more of the clients than I would. But I knew we smelled like a fucking concert every time we got out of the truck. And it's like, maybe I know it's California, but you know, maybe we shouldn't do that. But we were like fucking, I don't know, at least 4 joints deep before we got into the fucking lumber yard or the rock yard or wherever we had to go that morning before we got to the job site. And you know, it was kind of nice, like flying under the radar there for a little bit.
Dude, straight up, like fucking all of a sudden you all, like when I started dabbing, all of a sudden my friends that didn't dab, they'd walk up and you're like, and I remember being one of those guys like, no, I don't smell like weed. You're just an asshole. You know, and then all of a sudden your friends that still smoke weed would walk up and they haven't smoked weed for, 4 hours. And you're like, Jesus, man, just reeking. Yeah, it was nice to not have that factor anymore. Although now it's legal, so who cares?
Right. But now that it's legal, we have things like cannabis induced psychosis and a bunch of other weird shit that never existed until the government got involved in selling weed.
Yeah.
Government always makes it better.
Yeah, the government always makes stuff better.
It seems to be way more problems in terms of like people's health and cannabis since the state got involved. And perhaps if we just went back to a gray market type of area, it would be way better.
Also, the products would improve substantially.
And you can make a living doing it.
Chinese Taipei or Taiwan? How are we doing on Greenland, by the way? Have we taken that over yet completely? Does Greenland go to the Olympics? Do they have a team?
Maybe curling.
Curling.
Tiny Loose always smells like weed and mullein. We grew a bunch of mullein in our garden this year. Christy likes to smoke it.
And make tea.
Big tea.
Yeah, mulleine's good. Very good medicine. And Dream Aid.
Iceland, they just set up a giant, or they just turned on a giant CO2 capturing facility. And cranked that up, I saw this week. Which I think is dumb as shit. But
What for? What are they using it for?
to cool the environment. Which it's all just dumb as shit, but Iceland's like floating on top of a fucking lava flow. The CO2 being released by that's got to be just insane. Like one volcanic eruption releases the amount of nasty shit that every car in the world releases.
Are we still concerned about cow farts? Do we need to put diapers on these bovines? Like their methane?
Yeah, I'd be more interested in collecting it than putting a diaper on them. The methane is such a clean gas.
Or methane if you're British.
Methane?
Yeah.
The British call it methane.
Methane.
It, no different than.
Who runs Border Town? Bartertown.
Have you?
I do, and I
been
can put.
to
And my
Chili
wife's a
Center?
midget, so I can put her on my shoulders and be Master Blaster.
Have you been to Greenland?
You bean.
Where have you been, Ted Brzezinski?
I've been a few places.
You been online for a while?
Been a few places. Virginia Beach,
Yeah.
the Atlantis Hotel in the Bahamas.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right.
How about that?
Collecting seashells by the seashore.
Is that pretty nice?
Yeah, when I was young, it was all right. It wasn't bad. I remember Michael Jordan was there when I was there, and he was just in the casino the entire time, surrounded by security guards.
Was he wearing Hanes or Fruit by the Foot or?
I literally I couldn't even see him, and that's how many
Nike
security guards they had
Under
around
Armour?
him.
I mean, it's Michael Jordan. I can.
Yeah, and he had that gambling problem at that time, I think, too. So they were.
Yes, that dude has the craziest gambling problem. Like, if you watch anything with him, the guy's just like, "Oh yeah, I bet I can throw this lighter closer to the camera than you can. $100,000." Like, the fuck, dude.
Yeah, and I was young, so I barely even remember much of it, the trip aside from that and the slide, that big ass slide they have there.
And that man didn't need hog injections to fly longer.
Yeah, no, he didn't.
Was it the electric slide?
They got that huge like Aztec temple sort of slide that just almost goes straight down, puts you through a aquarium full of sharks and whatnot, and then you come out the other end. It's one of the largest slides, I think, in the water slides in the world. Someone might have died on it not too long ago, though.
Have you even been to the Wisconsin Dells?
So wait, tell me.
I have.
Then, if you know, you know.
Tell me about it.
Oh, Ted Krasinski, you gotta visit Wisconsin.
I've been there once, actually. I have been there once.
House on the Rock's pretty badass.
Yeah, Door County is the entirety of Door County is really cool.
Like, the wild thing about House on the Rock is you're driving out there and you're literally out in the middle of some fucking farmer's field. You're like, GPS lost its fucking mind. Like, holy shit, I don't even know how to get back. And all of a sudden, there it is. You're like,
oh yeah,
how is this a thing? Like, it's literally in the middle of farm fields.
Well, Snoop Dogg will misdirect you, and then he'll go in the Olympics and sing a song with the Jamaican bobsled team. And Mariah Carey was there too. You know Mariah Carey.
Sadly,
I don't know her. No.
Okay.
I hate her voice.
Do you know
I
her?
mean, not personally, but yeah.
Okay.
Like,
I'm
are you on, like, a
aware.
first name basis with her? Do you have her phone number? You haven't even mentioned having her on the show.
Do you go together like babies and pacifiers? Is that how long you've known her?
Does she come to your house and sing Christmas carols for you?
Just makes it a very Merry Christmas.
I would shoot myself.
There's like two people that listen to this show that like hip hop that got that reference, and they're like, okay.
They don't listen live though.
Yeah, they don't listen. They
They
don't.
ain't got time for that.
I don't know. My Rumble audience is still here. I'm pretty sure most of them got that.
Have you abused them enough tonight? They like to take a beating. Culling of the herd says what?
Legal weed is part of the culling. Never been in a dispensary and never will. All right, man. Well, we all respect your dedication and wish that there were more people that were like, yeah, no, not gonna do it. Give me the fucking gray market or fucking I'm gonna go do it myself.
Gray market in California is taking a hit right now, though.
Yeah, it is. Shit.
You see, Maniac Sesh just got popped this last week.
No, but I don't doubt it.
Like that one's been running for like 6-7 years, and they popped it last week, and that was like a month ago. That one in Sacramento that was happening at that rich guy's house, like at that mansion. That one got popped bigger and shit. Like 7 agencies got together and fucking
jeez,
popped that one. It was rugged. It was rugged.
Ain't good.
That sucks.
Yeah. Well, I knew that one was probably going to get popped. It was insane that they were having it like when Marcus showed the video. Like when I'm saying rich, like this guy's extra pool house was a fucking mansion. You know, like nicer and bigger than anything I've ever been in, and that's like the side shit house. And they were letting the sessions go on there. Well, the neighborhood was an ultra wealthy. You know, every house is worth like $100 million. I just don't imagine that they liked all the fucking sesh people from Sacramento coming rolling in fucking.
Yeah. Yup.
Like a lot of people thought that was real cool, but I was like, hold on. And as soon as the report came out, it was like, yeah, the neighbors were the ones complaining. Of course they were. Like, you're in a rich neighborhood. I mean, shit. When one time I went down to fucking visit Steve, and Christy had accidentally gotten in an accident and smashed the door on my Ranger, and I went to the pick and pull and had a different colored door that I grabbed out of pick and pull. And we were avoiding any rich area because you're going to get pulled over just looking like that. I best have a lawnmower or something in the back if I want to be driving around those areas, looking like I'm getting paid to be there.
Fortunately, Boulder Creek doesn't really have those, but Santa Cruz and fucking those areas do, for sure. But yeah,
Well, yeah, I had to come home. Remember, we were concerned because I was driving between my house and yours. I
Yeah.
had to avoid the richy areas so I wouldn't get fucking pulled over for being a poor.
Yep. Yeah. Happened to me. I fucking yeah. The last time I got booked over anything like shit. This is a long time ago now, but I was driving while poor in Saratoga, California, which is a very, very, very well off like Silicon Valley hideaway neighborhood. And I was in a like this is in I don't know the 2010s or something like that, the early 2000s, but I was in like a 90s Pontiac Grand Am. Not the car for that area. And they're like, you don't belong. Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
That sucks.
Right. Well, the 3 pounds in the trunk are heading to a veterans collective, but you know, go ahead and take it.
Jerks.
You ever get into the Brookhaven neighborhood? Maybe a different coast. They have a laboratory there. They were smashing some things together, colliding them together. The Brookhaven
Hadron
Labs.
Collider, huh?
Yeah, apparently they're shutting it down to then upgrade it. So they did their last smash recently.
Yep. Yeah, and it's supposed to be about a 25-mile track that they're expanding to around the original footprint of the LHC in Switzerland simultaneously at the Brookhaven National Lab in the United States. They shut down their ion collider project looking to expand into a much larger and universe splitting ion collider project. So this is, and the one in Japan scaled down in order to build out into a larger collider in Japan. So this seems to be coordinated across every institute that's running these particular projects, going, no, we need to expand the area in which we smash these particles into each other at rapid speeds, because we haven't torn the fabric of space-time enough yet. And perhaps there's a timeline that's even dumber than this one that we can yank ourselves into.
I want to get back to the magic timeline.
This is much bigger than Crotchgate.
Fuckers help this out.
I just once, dude, I wish the fucking CERN nerds would be like, hey, let's yank us into a less stupid timeline. And no, they're like, oh, it's very silly. Would you have the World Wrestling president on the Little Midget Cockfin president on the KKK fucking KGB president, and everybody's silly. It's fucking super. Like, we need to get a handle on the Swiss. That's what I'm saying. We need to rein in the fucking Swiss. They're out of pocket.
Do we
Especially
stop
when they
eating
sound like gay
cheese?
Germans.
Everyone knows the Swiss sound like gay Germans, Ben. Everyone knows that. It's an unfortunate affectation of the accent. It is.
Gee.
All Russians sound angry.
That's true.
All Mexicans sound stoned. Even the ones on cocaine.
Dude, that's just a world shocking thing when you watch a Mexican snort a giant line of cocaine and then be like,
All right, so what do you want to do, eh? Like, you just ripped a fucking gator tail, dude. How the hell are you this calm? And it's like,
why did you not just fucking like light off and actually fly to the moon of your own?
I either need to hear you play a ripping guitar solo, or I'm gonna have to fucking revive your half-dead corpse. What the fuck is going on right now?
Ripping
How are you
gator
this
tail
calm?
on church flannel. It's gonna be okay, Ted.
Like, we got a lot to do
You're
today.
looking at it like,
Get
like,
through
you're like, well, maybe
this.
that was some shitty cocaine, and then you pick it up and it's all flaky and shit, and you're like, why does it look like fish scales? Holy shit, was that pure? The fuck?
And he's like, we got shit to do, Holmes. I don't know, man.
We can feed the world, Ted. We have the technology. No one needs to go hungry. Fish in a
Take
bag
that
for
down
everyone.
like Steve takes down Kratom.
Been a minute since I've had the kratom.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I've seen him drink a slurry of that was thicker than fucking cement getting poured.
I do have a very, very, very serious constitution when it comes to things that I put into my frame. Yeah, I don't
Is
know.
Nick Cage keeping it safe for you?
Yes, yeah, more like Nick Cave, but
Nick
yeah,
Cave. Okay.
yeah.
And all the bad seeds.
Kratom's rough.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It always treated me very nicely. Never had any like weirdness, coming off of it or anything like that. No, there were a couple of times where I took too much that I was like, "Bleh."
Yeah,
Oh, that was a bad idea, but that's the side effect.
I can only take it like I don't even take that much. I'll take 3 pills at a time, and then of it, the little capsules. And if I do that for about 3 days in a row, I start feeling like hell.
Yeah, take a day off after 3 if you're gonna take it for the first time. Is my advice. It's got hooks if you take it every single day. It'll get you.
Usually, I'm taking it for my back. So after 3 days, my back's probably all right.
Well, and it's one of those things where like your tolerance to it builds up really quick.
Yeah.
So you feel like you should take more in order to get it to work. And then that's where either the hooks come in or the upset tummy tum comes in or anything like that. But yeah, it's, all things in moderation as far as that goes. Moderation being the exact location that you stand wherever you are at any given time. But yeah.
So maybe we can each say a few words about the benefits of intolerance.
As applying it to what?
To Minecraft.
I am very intolerant of my Minecraft in video games.
There is downloadable content for Black History Month. So you can play in a Minecraft server with Mandela. Nelson Mandela and other. No, just thought you guys would want to know that.
I want, in order for there to be an inclusive Minecraft universe, I would like to see the Rooftop Koreans edition.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
North or south?
The LA Riots Rooftop Korean edition.
I only recognize Chinese Taipei at the Olympics.
That would be fantastic. Why didn't somebody make a video game about that?
Oh, Rooftop Koreans? That would be the best video game. It'd be short, you know what I mean? But you win every time.
Dude, you could cross that with that 9/11 is gay show, had that George Floyd video game on it where he ran around shooting pregnant ladies in the stomach and shit and kicking them.
Very educational. Yep. Video games as an educational tool are important. I know Ted Gemsworthy's looked into a project in the United Kingdom, a Pathways project to unindoctrinate people from far right tendencies.
The first time I've ever seen a purple-haired right-wing girl. She wasn't a real girl.
And it
was a
wasn't
digital girlfriend.
All right.
Well,
I came here to do two things: dye this hair and beat some queers.
Now you're thinking, yeah, that's how you produce a new Amelia content. That sort of
Who
energy.
wants to 4x in this Subaru and beat us up some freaking Somalis?
Well, you remember that green frog who was, from Kekistan or something. They really had a lot of fun with a frog figure. The new thing, I don't know if it's a forced meme, but this video game from the UK government to teach young boys especially to not follow in the footsteps of figures like Andrew Tate or other sort of unnationalistic people. There's this tendency to think that Britain has some sort of Brittanness. There's a quality to Britain that excludes others. So this idea of nationalism is now embodied in a purple-haired anime waifu figure called Amelia, which was not the intent and purpose of it, but they liked her, the cut of her jib or something. So now they're recognizing a nationalistic idea in this figure of Amelia, who's kind of a manic pixie dream girl figure. You remember?
I'm going to look this up.
Yeah, do you have images?
Yeah, the chat's talking about it also.
You guys know about Amelia?
Well, is there anything else I could put besides her name that would make it stand out?
Pathways.
Amelia!
I
Amelia!
think I got that video downloaded of the gameplay footage of Pathways.
Of Pathway, this is Amelia? Well, show us Amelia then.
Yeah. Bring her up.
Oh, there we go.
Got the eviction notice ninja guy, the sword yielding squatter removal guy. It's not Amelia. It's not Will Stansel.
There's nobody even in here with purple hair.
Well, that's the Minecraft lessons in good trouble for Black History Month with Nelson Mandela. From there, we went over to the Amelia Pathways video. I have to find that again.
You can tell which one is Mandela because he had his dick cut off.
But they all have kid and play haircuts.
Yeah, we'll probably call it then, Steve. After we see Amelia, if Marcus is done that.
Well, I don't know if we can show the image because it might work. I mean, medically, and if people see a purple hair anime figure, they might feel a sense of national pride for a country that speaks their language, English, the Queen's English.
Radio Sack made a song about Amelia in a video about last week and got 1,000 views in 3 days. So apparently Amelia is which is a record for Radio Sack.
Yes, yes.
All right.
Are you going to show her?
Marcus, you done fucking with this, or
it's a mind virus. If you see Amelia, you might fall in love with Amelia.
I got so many mind viruses today.
Amelia.
Already.
The mind virus would have to fight the toxoplasmosis that's coursing through my veins at all times, which acts as a defense against any other virus.
We might be able to talk about it if there was a secluded cabin that members could access.
You don't know what Amelia is either, Sarah? No, Marcus is fucking with all of us.
Amelia.
Amelia.
And who was it but the mighty Duck himself? We're all scared of Marcus. And we're trying to figure out what this Amelia thing is, which is supposed to be the new big deal.
She's holding a Union Jack flag.
She's a white nationalist, Ben. She's a cartoon white nationalist.
A purple-haired cartoon white nationalist.
And she could be your girlfriend if you say the wrong things.
I don't know if we're allowed to show her on YouTube's. She could be that dangerous.
Do you have topless images of Amelia?
Does Amelia have anything else to her name? What else could I type? Because it's not pulling up Amelia. I'm getting Amelia Earhart.
Purple hair.
You're such a shit, Marcus.
She has many forms.
Or Amelia meme.
He is. He's like a little brother who found something out that's only important to the little brother's segment, but he's like, I know something you don't know. And he's just neener. Until somebody's like, God damn it, just show me the fucking thing. Well, I don't know if I can.
I don't know.
I don't know. It's so super secret that only I am so important that I know about it and you can't because you suck. But anyway, I'm cool and you're not. And Amelia has a flag.
It's a Union Jack.
It's a Union Jack. You don't have a Union Jack because you're not Amelia, loser.
Amelia from Pathways.
Now you're getting it. That's the in-group out-group thing.
Right?
Yeah.
Amelia from Pathways. What is Pathways?
So Pathways is the video game educational material for the students in the UK to recognize that people of different color skin are welcome inside.
Okay, but not in
I
the
just
old
say
brand.
anti-Muslim AI goth girl promoted by Elon Musk if it's welcoming Muslims.
Click the video.
Amelia Purple Rain is a British AI generated superhero. Her name is Amelia Purple Rain. You gotta help me out with this, Marcus.
It's Amelia from Pathways.
Yeah, no, it's clearly Amelia from Paisley Park. If it's fucking Purple Rain, dude, you're the one from Minnesota. How are you not drawing the obvious Prince connection here?
All right, Amelia is a fictional purple-haired style schoolgirl character from a UK government-funded educational video game called Pathways, navigating the internet and extremism. The game developed by
this is MI6.
Yeah, 100%. The game
If
developed
it's in-house UK, it's MI5. But yeah.
The game developed by Shout Out UK. Somebody looked that up to teach 13 to 18-year-olds about the dangers of radicalization. Features Amelia as an antagonist who promotes anti-immigration and extremist views. That's hilarious. So they're making like the liberal chick into like the extremist against it. That's fucking hilarious. That's kind of a mind fuck.
They did the same thing with that liberal green frog who became a anti-liberal green frog. And then I think the creator tried to kill off the frog. But the frog lives in Kyrgyzstan forever.
I've got a Kyrgyzstan flag in my garage.
So it's like what they did with the meme magic Trump election 2016 thing, getting all the men angry and organized. They're kind of doing that again, it seems, with an Amelia character.
Only in Britain.
In the United Kingdom.
So what? They're all gonna like fork each other?
I think there's Wales. There's another island. I don't know. Do they recognize Ireland? I don't know. Is it like Chinese Taipei?
Did you guys see that video the other day where that guy he had to be somewhere in the UK and he's just like the cops are trying to stuff him in this car and he's like, "Are you done violating my rights?"
Oh, dude, that's a classic bit from a very. I see you know your judo well.
Yes, you're just like the guy is like
You're a fine, succulent Chinese meal. Yes, that guy's a legend. He passed away a couple of years ago, 2022, maybe 2023, and we memorialized that on AM Wake Up. But I really do got to get the heck out of here. So if you guys want to hang out. If you want to wrap up and kick over to the after hours, do that.
I'm barely running on battery. I got to bounce out too.
Well, thanks for joining us. Ted Krasinski is another place people could find your work and your music, especially. We know you're a musician.
You can go to my Linktree /Chris Miner, and everything is pretty much there.
Do you have a Bandcamp or a SoundCloud or a Pure Volume?
If you look up on
mp3.com page,
go to youtube.com/TimeWillTell or /Chris Miner Official, and you'll find pretty much any of my music through those too.
And our memberships are back up and running, so we will be over on the member side. And look forward to, I believe Luke and I possibly together will be over on Chris talking some how energy works in the universe, and there's some good stuff happening over there, so watch out for it.
Let's set that up soon because Silas is wanting to do one soon too, so he'd love that.
Nice. So love you guys.
Thumbs up.
Thanks for having me, guys.
What are you guys doing next Tuesday?
Thanks for coming, Chris.
I appreciate you guys having me.
We'll see you next Tuesday.
Valentine's Day Survivor meetup.
Oh, I'll be putting up jewelry and crystals all week starting tomorrow for Valentine's Day. So check that out.
Awesome. I'll be putting up Gates of Hell cock rings all week. Yeah, we'll see you soon.